Meeting with President Trump in Alaska. Special envoy Steve Witkoff tells Fox News Sunday.
This was epic, what we achieved.
Touting a proposed U.S. and European security guarantee for Ukraine and the push for an end to the war with Russia. But Volodymyr Zelenskyy isn't coming to the U.S. alone today.
He'll be joined by 7 other European leaders, hoping to make a unified stance in trying to hammer out a peace deal on the best terms possible for Ukraine. President Trump, meantime, already making it clear that Zelenskyy must be willing to make concessions. He posted this on Truth Social last night. President Zelenskyy of Ukraine can end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to, or he can continue to fight. Remember how it started. No getting back Obama-given Crimea 12 years ago without a shot being fired, and no going into NATO by Ukraine.
That's Fox's Doug Luzader. You may recall a contentious meeting Zelenskyy and President Trump had at the White House back in February. Shots fired at police last night in Tremont in Utah, north of Salt Lake City.
I got some officers down. Still shooting.
Copy, still shooting.
2 officers down.
That's from Broadcastify. That last cop you heard from says he had also been shot. So it's 3 officers wounded. How badly, we don't know yet. They were responding to a disturbance. The suspected gunman later tracked down and arrested. In Washington, D.C., President Trump getting some backup for his crime crackdown.
3 red state governors have agreed to send soldiers to the nation's capital. 300 to 400 are coming from West Virginia, 150 from Ohio, and 200 from South Carolina. They'll be helping the 800 D.C. National Guardsmen and the hundreds of federal agents already here patrolling the streets.
That's Fox's Rebecca Castor. D.C. city leaders have been pushing back, citing a drop in violent crime in Washington the last 2 years. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
What police discovered in a retention pond on the northeast side of the city on Sunday. Nothing on radar. 73 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 88. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:02. A 3-year-old child died Sunday on Indy's northeast side. IMPD officers say they responded to a report of a missing child right before 7 in an apartment complex near Binford Boulevard and East 65th Street. The child's mother told police that she returned home to find her front door open and saw on the doorbell camera that the child had left the area right after 6. The mother searched the complex, a neighbor joined in, and the neighbor found the child in a retention pond, and IMPD is still looking into this. Indy Metro Police Chief Chris Bailey released a statement on Sunday about a hate group demonstration that took place on Saturday.
About a dozen men dressed head to toe in all black. They carried swastika flags, chanted white power, and marched around doing the Hitler salute. Now, some even carried assault rifles. Chief Bailey writing on X tonight that IMPD closely monitored that demonstration, but says, quote, safeguarding First Amendment rights, even for those whose views we find reprehensible, is a responsibility we take seriously.
And that is Wish TV reporting. Scattered showers are expected Tuesday and Wednesday with a slight drop in temperatures midweek, says Jason Puma at the National Weather Service.
And then that cool air really looks to arrive for the latter half of the work week, where on Thursday we'll only have a high near 84, and on Friday, sunny skies with a high near 88.
Luckily, no heat advisories in effect today. Kelsey Mitchell, Indiana Fever guard, had the game of her life on Sunday.
Handoff, Kelsey. No look pass in the corner. Odyssey pumps extra. Kelsey, 2 on the shot clock. Rise and fire. Got another! Kelsey Mitchell is cold!
Kelsey Mitchell, 34 of her 38 points in the second half, leading the Fever to a 99-93 win over the Connecticut Sun in overtime Sunday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather together in 1 minute. It's 6:04.
With 11 locations, Tech Credit Union's Chief Information Officer, Zach Hohulin, relies heavily on applied innovation and Arctic Wolf, an AI-driven cybersecurity platform.
We've been so impressed with that platform that Applied recommended that we now have gone back repeatedly to Applied.
Being a financial institution, Applied Innovation plays a critical role protecting your members.
It's almost a new Cold War, right? You have to have cybersecurity insurance, and you have to start partnering with organizations that will step in and help you manage that.
And having Applied Innovation as your cybersecurity partner?
It makes me a lot less anxious because I'm able to sit back and know that we're in good hands and not have to worry about it. I get to sleep at night.
Don't risk your data being hacked or exposed to ransomware threats. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. And sleep better knowing your network's secure.
Hey, Southsiders, northbound 65 has reopened from 465 to the south split. That was a weekend closure. It is done, and the corresponding ramps are good to go as well, except for that ramp from Keystone Avenue to northbound 65. That is going to be there for the duration of the project. Also looking at inbound 69, wide open coming down from Fishers. What's up, guys? Looking good from State Road 37 down to 465. Have a safe rush hour, okay? Traffic sponsored by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. They've teamed up with the Indiana Fever and Common Threads to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies Incorporated. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Marcus Bailey, Wish TV meteorologist. What's going on?
Hey, Tony. Good morning. Happy Monday. The heat rolls on after a very hot weekend. We won't have the rain and storm chances like we did over the weekend. We're partly cloudy, hot, muggy, a high of 90. Heat indices likely into the mid-90s this afternoon. Tonight we're mostly clear, should be dry, muggy, a low of 71. A cold front moving through Tuesday should bring us some scattered storms on and off throughout the day. Still pretty hot day, a high of around 90, and then big changes starting Wednesday. Just a few morning showers and storms. Still humid but cooler. Wednesday's high 83. Thursday mostly sunny, not as muggy, and a little bit cooler with highs in the mid-80s.
And Saturday between, let's say, 6 and 10 p.m.?
Beautiful. Between 6 and 10, you're probably looking at the high on Saturday I have around 83, low humidity, plenty of sunshine. Once the sun goes down, it's probably going to cool very nicely into like the low 70s in the mid-evening, maybe even upper 60s, so pretty nice.
Tickets.tonykatz.com. VIP is already sold out. So now's the chance. Myself, actor Nick Searcy, Marcus Bailey might show up. The bourbon, the barbecue, the cigars, the whole night. A night you will be like, thank goodness this happened in my life. Tickets.tonykatz.com. You coming, Marcus?
I'm going to try. I mean, it sounds like a perfect night. Yeah.
It's waiting there for you. You are on the list.
I appreciate you.
Right? You are on the list as a VP. You are a very person. I wasn't sure about important yet.
Yeah, I would take the eye out too. That's fine.
Right. We'll see how the crowd reacts. Well, that'll tell us. That'll be it.
They're going to be like, who?
Right.
Right.
Phil Sanchez has changed.
That's right.
It's Marcus
Sounds
Bailey
great,
right
though.
there.
We'll see ya.
Dude, I seriously, your seats are waiting. I hope you show up. Marcus Bailey.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it.
Wish TV, of course, man. Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you. Thank goodness this heat is going to break. Right now, we've got ourselves 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:08.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Mr. Secretary, let's look at the state of the war. It's really captured in this chart. I want to put it up on the screen for our viewers. It shows that Russian attacks on Ukraine have nearly doubled since President Trump came into office. And in fact, in July, Russia launched more than 6,000 missiles and drones. That's the highest amount of attacks since the war began. What do you say to Ukrainians who worry that without a ceasefire in place, you are giving Putin more leverage at the negotiating table and a green light to drop more bombs?
Well, the problem with that is that we've been asking for a ceasefire for a long period of time. We think usually it's very hard to negotiate when you're in the middle of hostilities. But that said, the only way to have a ceasefire is for both sides to agree to stop firing at one another. Beyond, and the Russians just haven't agreed to that. Beyond that, I would say that one of the complications about ceasefires is they have to be maintained, which is very difficult. I mean,
this much is true, but this is also different than what they went into the meeting with. However, the people who want to sit there and claim what a terrible meeting, they're unserious people. Whether it's Congressman Swalwell or Senator Murphy or the entirety of the media apparatchik or some of these social media trolls like Harry Sisson, that they have an audience is horrifying because their dishonesty is something else. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning. Great to be with you. The success of LIV, do we just call it LIV, the golf tournament in Westfield, they're coming back for 2026. Now, the rain stunk. Don't get me wrong, but the attendance was huge. 50,000 plus tickets sold for the weekend, according to reporting from IBJ. Friday and Saturday, general admission ground passes selling out, as well as tickets for a good amount of the hospitality spaces. They did the thing. I was thrilled to see it. Good for Westfield. Good for us that these things are going to come back because there was just a lot of coverage. It looked very good. It looked very, very, very good. You've got Munoz, I think I'm pronouncing it right, winning the tournament, but Rahm, and I think I'm pronouncing it right, winning that LIV Golf Sports Championship. Yeah, I've got that right too. You see what I did there? Got it all together. Thank you very much. Happy to see it. Not happy to see that all this talk about doing away with the homeless encampment was just talk, just bunk, nothing but nothing but nothing. Now we have got a group called CHIP, the Coalition for Homelessness Intervention and Prevention, saying, well, we can't just close this encampment. That is not only a danger to the people themselves, but a danger to people who live in Fountain Square. No, we have to be able to have them sheltered. We have to end unsheltered homelessness. You can't do that. You can do things to you the best of your ability, just as a matter of honesty. So they've got $8.1 million to end street homelessness by rehousing up to 350 people. Okay, what does that have to do with the encampment? What does that have to do with the danger? So we in Indianapolis, I should say they said they were going to do something, and then they didn't. And now they're saying, well, we have to make sure these people have homes first, as if you can get them into homes, all of them. Honesty out the window means we'll never get this job done right. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC, good morning.
This is Gary Dick. Meta moving ahead with big data center plans at 632. Stay connected with the new IBJ Media app, your source for Indiana business news that moves as fast as you do. Download the app today at ibj.com/app download.
Power is everything, and when the storms come through, like that weird thing that I don't know, did you get affected Saturday night? That was nuts. What's your plan? Generator Supercenter is the plan. Call now. Get a free estimate on a Generac automatic standby generator for your home. Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer. So no matter what the issue, whether we're talking about the power lines down, the grid going down, whatever it may be, your family is safe because when the power goes down, the Generac automatic standby generator kicks right on, starts working, and you have power. Your family is safe. Your business is up and running. Whatever it may be, Generator Supercenter and the Generac automatic standby generator has got you covered. Get a free estimate at the showroom right there at 96 and 69, or give them a call and ask about their financing as well. Generator Supercenter, 317-827-0808. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-827-0808. Generator Supercenter, 827-0808.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Baer, WIBC Traffic Center. What's going on?
East side crash northbound 465 after Washington Street. Technically, it's on the end of the entrance ramp, but it is the far right lane. If you're moving northbound on 465, you'll see it after Washington Street. There is a slowdown, no delay right now. Northbound 65 heading out of downtown. This is a stall on the exit ramp to 29th Street. That ramp is open, and northbound 65 is reopened from a weekend closure. That's northbound 65 south side 465 up to the South Split. You are good to go. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under free. Get your tickets now at ihra.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:16.
If Ernest Hemingway was alive today, would he say this to you?
Shakespeare, Mark Twain, Edgar Allan Poe, all great writers. And after reading your book, I simply must add you to the list.
Wait, you don't have a book yet, so make a free call to Page Publishing. Turn your book idea into publishing gold.
800-215-6818. 800-215-6818. That's 800-215-6818.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-757-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Do you need air conditioning service and need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust like Kirby Heating and Air Conditioning? Find that American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
Inside Indiana Business Radio, the news you need to get ahead. Indiana's business news leader, weekdays at 6:32 a.m. and 5:56 p.m. on WIBC.
There are two things we can take from Donald Trump's meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska. Number one, the left cannot accept in any way, shape, or form that Trump may have a modicum of success. They cannot accept something leading to something positive. They can't do it. They can't bring themselves to do it. They are outrageously dishonest in this regard. I mean, my God, Hillary Clinton said if Trump can get a peace deal, Trump deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. She was also saying, please don't send me to jail. I mean, what her and Obama and Comey and Clapper and Brennan did is jail-worthy stuff, and I only hope she goes to jail. I don't want to hear President Trump say, well, it wouldn't be right for the country. Oh, go just... Tony Katz, see what I did there? 93 WIBC, good morning. Good to be with you. Trump shows up. Putin shows up. Putin has to drive by a line, a procession of U.S. fighter jets. And then when he greets Trump on the red carpet, oh, yeah, they complained about the red carpet. What? I think it was Michael Smerconish over there at CNN. What did you want Trump to do? Knee him in the groin? It's nonsense. There's a real lack of understanding how the world works. You could argue that while Russia is the aggressor, you don't want to meet with the aggressor. That would at least be an argument. But you're not going to get him to stop unless you physically fight him. So Trump tried this, which is kind of what he does. Go back to first term and Kim Jong-un. So as Putin meets him and they start walking down the main red carpet to the stage area, a B-52 flanked by fighter jets flies overhead. Sorry, that's excellent statecraft. That is the projection of strength that Joe Biden, Barack Obama never would have dared. Joe Biden, because he never would have thought about it. Barack Obama, because he was always afraid to show strength. Always. I mean, his entire presidency is about not wanting to show American strength and might, unless he was droning American citizens, in which case it was fine. That flyover said a tremendous amount. The meeting itself didn't generate anything. They would argue, we made progress. I'm going to let the Europeans know what got said, and Trump did that immediately afterwards. He's on the plane. He doesn't go to sleep. No, he doesn't take a rest. He doesn't put his feet up. He's talking. Then he spoke to Zelenskyy. Volodymyr Zelenskyy, the president of Ukraine, will be in the United States today in D.C. How much do you want to bet he's wearing a tie? They're going to discuss what got said with the Russians. What got said with the Russians is, we're going to get land. So what are we all talking about here? I wasn't in the room. I just have to assume that that's what got said. Because what else could have gotten said? I mean, so we're clear, no one else was in the room.
No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one else was in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. No one really knows how the game is played, the art of the trade, how the sausage gets made. We just assume that it happens, but no one else is in the room where it happens. No one else was in the room.
So what really got said, what really got discussed after 2.5 hours remains between those two men and the interpreters, who I doubt you're going to hear from. Certainly the Russian interpreter, you're never going to hear from. Unless, of course, it's the muffled cries from the back of a trunk. Or the, hey, did someone poison my drink? It's going to be one of those. Too soon? No? Yeah. I never forget what Vladimir Putin is. I understand it. But he's also the guy who's got his finger on the launch codes, or on the button, or he has the launch codes. That he's there, and you have to deal with him. And if you want this to stop, there has to be a level of give up. Otherwise, we're committing to a very long, protracted thing. We are. So while the left can't accept the fact that the conversation even happened, that Trump is making these attempts to try and broker a deal.
I was very happy to hear him say, if I was president, that war would have never happened. I see everyone saying worst since World War II by far. There's nothing even close. But we had a very good meeting today, and I think a lot of points were negotiated.
Well, I'm not sure. I'll take your word for it. I want to discuss how the goalposts moved. And the right's going to be angry with me. Well, considering I'm on the right, I don't know what you're angry about. It's just an observation. This was, we need to get a ceasefire. We need to stop the killing. And if there is no ceasefire, there are going to be very, very serious sanctions. That pivoted to, we're going to try and get a peace deal. Why are you talking about sanctions? He went in with one plan. He came out with another plan. Well, Tony, that's just because he saw the opportunity. I'm saying he said one thing. He did another thing. Don't be surprised when Trump gets hit with that. Just is what is. What I would argue is people are going to at least give him the shot. What is it? I mean, it was immediate that he was on the phone with European leaders. It was immediate that it got announced that Zelenskyy was coming to the United States to discuss this. Now, what he thinks he can get from a peace deal from Vladimir Putin, I don't know. And I would again argue, as Douglas Murray does in the pages of the New York Post, there is simply no trusting Vladimir Putin. None. And you'd be a fool to do so. To that end, I was told that Vladimir Putin was going to use his FBI mind tricks like he is nothing more than a Russian doll Yoda and convince Trump to stop sending weapons and stop doing this and stop doing that. And none of that occurred. The left, of course, was completely wrong. Completely and totally wrong. But then again, when you're the party of Eric Swalwell.
Well, if you're Europe, you're quite worried now because you just saw the president of the United States achieve zero. And they will have to ask themselves, what more are they willing to do, knowing that they, too, could be thrown under the bus if Russia ever moved farther west. But as far as objectives, I was hoping to hear that there would be a trilateral meeting. That didn't come out of this. I was hoping to hear there'd be a ceasefire. That didn't come out of this. And I was hoping to at least hear about the territory that would be proposed or exchanged by both sides. That didn't come out of this. Look, Alicia, I don't know if Donald Trump is or is not a Russian asset. I do know that at press conferences like this and like at Helsinki, he certainly acts like one.
There you go. There you go. That's the mind to play. They will meet today, President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. I'm curious what kind of deals they think they're going to make. Matt Bear has traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Yeah, on the east side, northbound 465 after Washington Street. This is a crash, and it's on the right side of the interstate. The right shoulder, right lane are blocked. It's on the end of the entrance ramp from Washington Street, causing stop-and-go traffic back to Brookville Road. An 8-minute delay right now. Southbound 65 to 21st, that's a stall on the exit ramp. The ramp is open. And on the northeast side, westbound 465, a stall reported between I-69 and Allisonville Road. Traffic sponsored by B-Window. Right now, employee-owned B-Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Rob. Hope you have an awesome weekend. Jerry Lopez will be back here with me Monday. We'll see you 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
The storms coming through and the damage to your roof. There was so much wind, so much debris from Saturday. Maybe it didn't happen in your area, but it happened in a whole bunch of places. And with all that debris and branches flying around, how is your roof? You might not be somebody climbing on the roof to check for damage. That's why you have Moss Roofing, M-O-S-S. MossRoofing.com, family owned right here in central Indiana for over 30 years. Moss Roofing gives you something very hard to find these days. Honest work and peace of mind. Moss, they offer free inspections. I'm talking about real, thorough checkups of your roof, your siding, your gutters, and your window. If there's storm damage, they're going to show you the photos. They're going to explain what's going on, and they'll even work with your insurance company for you. No stress, no pressure, just real professionals doing the job right every single time. They love that pun. I'm here to deliver. You got to protect your home. You got to avoid the bigger problems that might come from a leak right now. Talk to Moss Roofing today. 317-747-3665. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-747-3665. Moss Roofing, 747-3665, or online at Moss, M-O-S-S, mossroofing.com.
Guys, Low T Center has improved the quality of hundreds of thousands of men's lives across the country. Now women can enjoy the same life-changing, medically guided hormone therapy.
Imagine how great you'll both feel. FixMyLowT.com for information and to schedule an appointment.
I've been talking about my friends at Trajan Wealth for quite some time now. Trajan, they are my fiduciary advisors, and I'm excited to share that they are hosting a one-night-only movie premiere at Flick's Brew House in Carmel, September 25th at 6 p.m. Retirement on the Brink. That's the name of this movie. It's their first eye-opening documentary for everyone nearing retirement. You got to see this. Reserve your VIP seat now at retirementonthebrink.com. Retirementonthebrink.com or call 800-670-0366. VIPs get free popcorn and a drink, by the way. The documentary highlights ways to mitigate risk during times when the markets aren't exactly stable. Book your seat at retirementonthebrink.com or call 800-670-0366. That's 800-670-0366. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement, DBA in most states, is Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Ukraine's president is in Washington, D.C. today. Nothing on radar. 72 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 85 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 6:30.
President Trump is going to have to evaluate, based on everything he hears from the Europeans and from Ukraine, as to whether there is a next step to take. And if so, what is that next step? And is it a trilateral meeting?
U.S. NATO advisor or ambassador Matt Whitaker on Fox News talking about European leaders joining President Trump and Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy at the White House Monday.
Ukraine's going to have to not only understand the security guarantees that they need and explain those to the NATO allies, but the NATO allies are going to have to be willing to step up.
U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff said Russia has agreed that the U.S. and its allies can offer Ukraine a NATO-style collective security guarantee. Hurricane Erin is moving closer to the U.S.
About 4 or 5 inches of rain dropped in Puerto Rico. Now beginning to see this move to the northwest at 13 miles an hour. Still 130-mile-an-hour winds just north of Turks and Caicos right now. Close enough that it is a tropical storm warning, not close enough that it's a hurricane warning there.
Fox weather forecaster Adam Klotz.
It is staying fairly far off of shore, but this is becoming a monster storm, so that doesn't mean folks won't see at least some sort of impacts. We really are dodging a bullet with this as it heads north. It weakens slowly, but what you'll notice is really staying away from all sort of landfall, particularly here in the United States.
And the storm is expected to move north along the East Coast before heading out into the Atlantic later this week. And a Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant basketball card up for auction is going to sell for $6 million today. It's a 2007-8 Upper Deck card with both players' autographs and an NBA logo patch on the side. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go and at WIBC.com. Traffic and weather and sports together in 3 minutes at 6:32.
This is Inside Indiana Business Radio. I'm Gary Dick. The Lebanon Plan Commission will tonight review plans submitted by Facebook parent Meta for a 1,500-acre data center project that would feature 15 buildings in the LEAP Research and Innovation District. In November, Meta Platforms committed to an initial $800 million investment as the first phase of a planned multi-phase development over the next decade or longer. Fresh off hosting the Live Golf Tour, the city of Westfield is about to unveil details of a new master plan for transformational growth. The city already in the midst of more than $250 million in development in its downtown, with more on the way, says Mayor Scott Willis.
When I became mayor, I really wanted to focus on creating a livable, walkable destination in our downtown area. So we're getting ready to unveil, probably in the next 30 days, a new vision for the entire downtown area that's going to go all the way east to Cary Road and south a mile and north a mile. So it's going to really be a new vision for a walkable, livable downtown area.
A Los Angeles-based venue and event management company says it will no longer provide services for the Old National Events Plaza in Evansville. In a notice to the state, ASM Global said the move will affect about 250 employees, though most are expected to be hired by the new operator. From the state's #1 source for Indiana business news, you're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio.
At Indiana University, we're undaunted by challenge. We take the lead. We don't follow the crowd. Embracing the future with creativity and bravery. Unapologetically optimistic. Equipped with the knowledge and intention to change the world. Because bold is who we are. 9 campuses, 1 purpose. Creating tomorrow, today. Indiana University. Bring on tomorrow. Join us at iu.edu.
East Central Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Muncie. Join us for Innovate East Central Indiana at Ball State University, September 17th. A powerful afternoon of ideas, innovation, and insight, part of the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're talking talent, technology, and transformation, and what's next for the region. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate. Ohio-based Workhorse Group, a manufacturer of zero-emission commercial vehicles with a presence in Randolph County, is planning to merge with California-based Motive Electric Trucks. Workhorse said in a news release Friday the combined company will be valued at approximately $105 million. DePaul University has launched an initiative designed to meet 100% of the calculated financial need for every incoming first-year student. The university made that announcement last week. Known as the DePaul Promise, the initiative expands on what the university says is an ongoing commitment to removing cost as a barrier for students. This is Gary Dick for 93 WIBC.
East side crash northbound 465 after Washington Street. It blocks the right lane just right after the Washington Street on-ramp, kind of at the end of that, and the right lane is blocked right now. It is causing a backup to Brookville Road at a 6-minute delay. Northeast side, that is a stall. Westbound 465 between 69 and Allisonville Road. It's in the right lane. Little bit of a slowdown as you make your way through there. And another stall. This is southbound 65 to 21st Street, and it's on the exit ramp. Nothing blocked entirely. The off-ramp partially blocked. And south side northbound 65 slows. Raymond Street up to the south split because of construction. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 6:36. A check on sports. And Ryan Hedrick, what's going on?
Tony, what's up? Sunday in Connecticut.
Handoff, Kelsey. No look pass in the corner. Odyssey pumps extra. Kelsey, 2 on the shot clock. Rise and fire. Got another! Kelsey Mitchell is cold!
John Nolan on the Indiana Fever Radio Network. Kelsey Mitchell, a career-high tying 38 points as the Fever beat the Connecticut Sun 99-93 in overtime Sunday.
Made big shot after big shot, big play after big play. She didn't settle. She stayed aggressive. You know, she willed us.
That's head coach Stephanie White. Guard Sophie Cunningham helped off the floor after hurting her knee. An MRI scheduled for today. John Rahm clinched back-to-back Live Golf titles Sunday in Westfield.
The crowd was amazing. Not only today, all week long. They were fantastic. They showed up. They were loud. They were cheering. It was a lot of fun to be in front of them and perform.
And he won a lot of money, and he closed at 22 under. He won millions and millions and millions of dollars. Sports brought to you by Ball State Athletics. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go into WIBC.com.
Did you know that summer is the #1 season for well issues? It's because summer works your well system harder than any other time of the year, especially if you have an older pump and underperforming pressure tank. Things just wear out more quickly in the summertime. Tanks, pressure switches, and especially pumps. C&J is offering a $100 service call right now so you can catch problems early before you find yourself with no water at the hottest time of the year. Keep your summer parties, plants, and water going strong. C&J, just great people. 317-852-WELL.
Hi, this is Zach from Ingledow Tree Experts. When it comes to the health and beauty of your trees, trust Ingledow Tree Experts. Our certified arborists ensure your trees are trimmed, removed, and cared for with precision. Summer is the perfect time to schedule fall pruning. Call now for your free estimate and let us handle the hard work. 317-903-0102 or visit ingledowtreeexperts.com for more information. Ingledow Tree Experts, where your trees come first.
An official message from Medicare.
I turned 65 this year. I knew it was time to figure out Medicare, and I had questions, like when to enroll and how to enroll. So I went straight to the official source, Medicare.gov, to get the facts about Medicare. I found answers to all my questions, and I'm ready to get started. And so can you. Just go to Medicare.gov to get the real facts about Medicare.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
You don't realize how much I need you. Love you all the time and never leave you. Please come on back to me. I'm lonely.
Tickets will sell out, I think, in the next couple days. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. If I'm guessing, my guess is tickets sell out Wednesday midday. That is my guess of when that takes place. Tony Katz, did I say hello? 93 WIBC. Good morning. What's going on? Good to be with you. That's tickets.TonyKatz.com. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. It's gonna be such a good night. Such a good night. Blend Bar Cigar coming in with the cigars for the end of the evening. The barbecue from Big Hoffa's Barbecue in Westfield. The bourbon from West Fork Whiskey, where we will be Saturday, August 23rd, starting VIP 6:30. Doors open at 7. It's going to be amazing. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Myself, actor, producer Nick Searcy. You're going to have a chance to get his book. It's good. I'm thrilled. I am thrilled with how this has all come together, and so quickly. And everyone's been like, fun, let's go do this thing, which I'm really appreciative of. Get your tickets right now. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Presented by Boer Remodeling and Premier Arms and PA Jewelers. So Boer, BOOHER, BoerRemodeling.com. And you can go to pajewelers.jewelry and check out that site. Visit them in Brownsburg. Fantastic, fantastic people. Just Add Water Boats. I'm telling you guys, bring the boats out. Bring them out, park them. Just do it. And Defiance Beef. Oh, you ever wanted to order a cow and have it butchered your way? DefianceBeef.com. Use promo code EatDrinkSmoke. You'll thank me. You will thank me right there. Excellent, excellent people. It's going to be a blast at West Fork Whiskey. They're in Westfield this Saturday, August 23rd. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Make that happen. Do it immediately, if not sooner. And I know. Tony, was this just an ad for your event? Yes. Yes, it was. Because I want you to be there. Because it's going to be fantastic. I will discuss the Nazi losers walking around Indianapolis. Oh, you Nazi losers. And if anybody thinks the IMPD is okay with that, that's just unserious nonsense. You want to know where the push is for a society that doesn't exist. It's seen in those people upset with IMPD for letting free speech happen, and in the pages of the New York Times, where they really want to do away with the Constitution. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Scrolling all day. Clickbait everywhere. With the facts, they're harder to find.
WIBC didn't just report the story. They explained why it matters.
I'm Ryan Hedrick on The Level on the go.
I check the WIBC website every morning before I even open social media.
Online, on social, on air. Stay in the know while you're on the go.
You've got to stay in the know.
Stay informed. Now more than ever, we have information.
93 WIBC and WIBC.com.
Do you suffer from sore feet, back, knee, or hip pain? The Good Feet Arch Support System has helped many people find relief, like Tim.
I'm always telling my colleagues who have sore feet, this is the greatest thing. I'll even take my shoe off and show them. And I believe in the product so much. When you have something that works, you kind of want to share it with people. It worked for me, maybe it can work for you.
Or do you wake up at night with heel pain, like Crystal?
I would wake up in the middle of the night with all kinds of pain in my heels and in my arch. So I went to the Good Feet store. And ever since then, I've been pain-free. I wear them every day. I wear them when I walk, at the gym, when I work. They're great.
Get back to walking, working, and exercising, and imagine a life without pain. No shots, no surgery, no medication. You've got nothing to lose but your pain. Stop into the Good Feet store today for a free fitting and test walk. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Indiana Foundation Service comes in, a groundworks company. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at indianafoundation.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for detail.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what do you got?
East side crash northbound 465 after Washington Street, technically at the end of the entrance ramp, but it's the right lane blocked as you make your way past Washington. You'll see the crash, and traffic is slow past Brookville Road to south of Shadeland Avenue. And that's a delay time of 12 minutes right now. Leaving downtown, or coming into downtown, I should say, southbound 65, 221st, that's a stall on the exit ramp, partially blocked. It is open, that ramp. Northbound 65, now stop and go traffic before Raymond Street into the south split because of construction. And on the northeast side, westbound 465 between 69 and Allisonville Road, that is a stall blocking the right lane. Stop and go traffic back to Minford Boulevard 69. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 6:46.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten, classics are remixed, bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Want to be part of the conversation without waiting on hold?
We're sorry. All of our representatives are still assisting other customers.
Join the Text Club. Direct access to your favorite WIBC show. Text WIBC to 317-239-9393.
When you pass me by, you didn't look my way. But one thing I know, our love is here to stay. And you still want me.
So over the weekend, was it? It was this weekend. There's a bunch of losers dressed in all black, must have been sweating to hell. And they're marching around waving swastika flags. That's what they're doing. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Morons. Everyone knows that anybody associated with that group is a loser. I mean, some serious live with mom in the basement losers. These aren't men. These aren't people of strength. These are not people who are smart or bright. Losers. It's who they are. There was maybe 9 of them. There weren't. It wasn't 50,000 people. It was a few people. Still losers. Still a protected speech because we have a constitution. Free speech does not exist for the people or speech that you like. It exists for the people and speech that you hate. That's why it's there. That's how you know you're able to talk, because someone can hate you, but you know what? Screw them. Who cares? Who cares what they like? Who cares what they don't like? They don't matter. You say whatever it is you want to say. Some people are going to say very, very vile things. I mean, it's just the way it is. But then I saw this statement from the IMPD police chief, Chris Bailey. Yesterday, a hate group chose to march in downtown Indianapolis. Their attempt to spread messages of fear and division stands in direct contrast to the values of our city. Hate has no home in our community. It does not define us, and it will never be welcome here. Now, for the record, I hate all of that kind of talk. I said hate. This whole hate has no home, hates group. It's just become such a cliched and hackneyed bit of terminology. But that's a personal thing. The entire IMPD hears and recognizes the concern and deep pain this type of activity causes our community. I want to meet the person who felt deep pain from this. Some schmucks marching. Did you feel deep pain from this and not deep pain from businesses being destroyed and people being killed during George Floyd riots when the mayor was nowhere to be found? I just want to know where the deep pain comes from. These guys are morons. Absolutely, they should be pushed back on in every way, shape, or form. Waving swastikas like somehow you're a tough guy. But I'm not going to listen to something from the so-called community where this is what causes the pain and what left people dead doesn't. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. But then the chief says, we had no prior knowledge of the demonstration, but immediately diverted resources to closely monitor the march. This allowed us to address any violations of the law while prioritizing community safety and upholding our obligation to protect those exercising their First Amendment rights. He continues, safeguarding First Amendment rights, even for those whose views we find reprehensible, is a responsibility we take seriously. But let me be clear, protecting those rights is not an endorsement of those beliefs, not now, not ever. Does anybody at all think that the IMPD supports people waving swastikas around downtown? You know, the Israeli ambassador to the United States was in town, spoke last night, and some protesters showed up about people starving in Gaza. They don't know what they're talking about. They're total morons. They might as well have been waving swastikas down the downtown Indianapolis. Total morons. They're just wrong. They're liars, and they are frauds. Yes, that includes the city county councilor Jesse Brown. That includes people like Senator Chris Van Hollen. That includes anybody on the IU, Purdue, Ball State, Marion campuses who wants to make this ridiculous assertion and never once discuss what it is Hamas does to its own people. I actually sat down with the Israeli ambassador one-on-one for almost an hour. We talked some bourbon. But mostly, we talked the state of things in Israel, the relationship with the United States, and a host of other subjects, which I will share with you over the next few days. Does anybody actually think the IMPD supports swastika flag waving fools? Because no rational person thinks this. No rational person thinks that the IMPD supports the message of swastika waving losers in Indianapolis. Also, the people waving swastikas in Indianapolis this weekend, total losers. They're losers. They're not men. They're not strong. They're not tough. Wearing full masks and everything else. Freaks. They're losers. If I was, I was downtown yesterday. I didn't see any of that. There was an Indian festival, the Indian Society of Indianapolis was downtown. There's some cool dancing. The food smelled great. Didn't see that. Wouldn't cross the road for those guys. Let them walk around me. This Jew's walking down the street. Might even hold a corned beef sandwich in my hand. I don't know what would upset him, but I'm doing just that. I think you would too. No, IMPD does not support these people. These people are losers. And we should say so. And so are the people who wear keffiyehs and play act that they're in solidarity with terrorists. Total losers. Apologizing for nothing, boo-boo. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up?
Yeah, on the east side, northbound 465 past Washington Street, the crash has moved out of the right lane or that entrance lane from Washington Street, and it's pushed to the side of the interstate. All lanes are now open, and traffic is backed up to I-74 for a delay of 8 minutes, and that should subside a little bit now that the crash is out of the interstate. South side, northbound 65, that stop-and-go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split for a delay of 5 minutes. Southbound 65 stall at 21st Street. It's partially blocking the exit ramp. That's causing a slowdown to 29th Street. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local. Trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hey guys, it's Rob for Universal Windows Direct. Look, we've all been feeling the heat, and that's why this is the perfect time to make that call to Universal Windows Direct so they can help you stay cool in your home throughout the rest of the summer and warm in your home all winter long. And this is the perfect time to call because what an incredible deal going on with Universal Windows Direct. Right now, for every 2 windows you buy, you're going to get the next 2 free. There's no limit. Got 8 windows that need replacing? You only pay for 4. It's that simple. And here's the part I really love. You'll get no interest for 5 whole years. That's right, 60 months of 0 interest financing, which makes upgrading your home not just smart, but affordable too. Now, some restrictions may apply. So to get all the information and most importantly, schedule a totally free, no hassle, no obligation in-home estimate, call Universal Windows Direct today. 317-659-7574. 317-659-7574. Check them out on the web, universalwindowsdirect.com. Tell them Rob sent you.
I'm with Applied Innovation customer Lawrence Duttler, president of Sun Title, who has been an Applied Innovation customer for 20 years.
Well, to be honest, it was when it came to having copiers and scanners, there was really no other choice but to go to Applied. I mean, it was the service level, the people.
Then you discovered Applied Innovation also provided network support and security.
And when we found out, that was an easy decision to make. They've got a great team of folks that understand just overall computers, networks, that kind of thing.
How has Applied Innovation benefited Sun Title for 2 decades?
You've got to be in the foxhole with somebody. Our business is about being tech-enabled. It's about servicing our clients. So their service to me as a client gives me the ability to serve our clients better.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com.
Hi, this is Chris Cox, owner of Chimney Solutions, Indiana. We're celebrating our 10th year in business. Call this month to take advantage of 10% off all chimney sweeps and inspections. We're also celebrating the opening of our new fireplace showroom on 86th Street and Lafayette Road. Come and experience our exclusive lines of wood-burning and gas fireplaces.
Call 317-557-6979 or chimneyindy.com.
Trip. This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken.
Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It works worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, what people who live in a building along Central Avenue are saying about a shooting that took place on Sunday morning, what Indianapolis police are saying about a missing child, and how Indiana Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton is giving back after Fox News. You're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1 Indianapolis at 7 o'clock.
Volodymyr Zelenskyy returns. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Ukraine's leader will go to the White House 6 months after a contentious visit.
Your country's in big trouble. Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking.
This time around, Zelensky's not coming alone. He'll be joined by leaders from NATO and Europe, leading some to suggest he'll get protection.
This is such a stupid media narrative that they're coming here tomorrow because Trump is going to bully Zelenskyy into a bad deal. We've been working with these people for weeks on this stuff.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio also tells CBS Face the Nation
the best way to end this conflict is through a full peace deal. There's no doubt about that.
As for today's meeting, well, Fox's Jared Halpern is reporting from the White House.
President Trump spoke with many of those leaders following his Friday summit in Alaska with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Following those talks, a ceasefire was not reached, but the president insists progress was made to strike a full peace agreement. U.S. officials have suggested potential land swaps coupled with U.S.-backed security guarantees for Ukraine.
As the war keeps raging, and an attack Zelenskyy says was intentional ahead of today's Washington talks, Russia bombed Zaporizhia, killing at least 3 people, wounding 20. 3 police officers shot late last night in Tremonton, Utah, responding to a disturbance.
Upon arrival, they immediately began taking fire. They requested additional units and then stopped answering their radio.
Brigham City Detective Crystal Beck, we don't know how badly wounded the officers are. The suspected gunman was later taken into custody. Hurricane Aaron remains a powerful Category 4 storm passing east of the Bahamas. Then Fox meteorologist Adam Klotz tells us it'll move away from the U.S.
We really are dodging a bullet with this as it heads north. It weakens slowly, but what you'll notice is really staying away from all sort of landfall, particularly here in the United States.
Though Aaron would whip up the surf along the East Coast, even potentially cause some flooding. But America's listening to Fox.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A teenage boy shot and killed at an Airbnb rental. Nothing on radar. 72 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 85 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 7:02. A 17-year-old boy was killed at an apartment building along Central Avenue early Sunday morning.
IMPD says they believe a party was happening inside the unit, which was possibly a short-term rental. Neighbors confirmed to me the room was rented out overnight for a 19-year-old's birthday party. I got access to an email sent to the tenants Sunday afternoon, confirming the individual involved was the guest of a temporary visitor. They also say the person renting it out is no longer allowed at the apartment complex. But residents feel there's a deeper issue here.
Waking up to that and knowing that there's Airbnbs happening in this building, and that was not something I was made aware of.
22-year-old Jade Eilers moved into the brand new apartments just a few months ago after graduating college. She's felt safe for the most part until now.
That's Wish TV's Kyla Russell reporting. A 3-year-old child died Sunday on Indy's northeast side. IMPD was called to an apartment complex near Binford Boulevard and East 65th right before 7. The child's mother told the cops that she returned home to find her front door open, and she saw on her doorbell camera that the child had left the area right after 6. The mother searched the complex. A neighbor joined in. It was the neighbor who found the child in a retention pond and tried to administer CPR, but it was too late. Heat has been a major factor around the state over the past several days, and it will stick around. Here's Jake McDaniel.
On Monday, you've got sunny skies with
warm and humid conditions and high temperatures near 90.
And then again on Tuesday, a 40% chance for showers and thunderstorms, sunny and hot with a high near 91.
Jason Puma with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says you might see temperatures cool down by just a little bit on Wednesday.
Chances for showers and thunderstorms and the chance of rain is 20%.
Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Colts are 0-2 this preseason after Saturday's loss to the Green Bay Packers.
A very anticlimactic finish here at Lucas Oil in preseason game number 2, and it belongs to the Green Bay Packers. It's Green Bay 23 and the Indianapolis Colts 19.
That's the voice of the Colts, Matt Taylor, on the Ascension St. Vincent Radio Network. Daniel Jones started at quarterback. He was 7 of 11 for 101 yards. Anthony Richardson came in second. He was 6 of 11 for 73 yards, and the Colts say they are close to finding out who their starting quarterback will be. Indiana Pacers guard Tyrese Halliburton is making a multi-million-dollar donation to his old high school in Wisconsin.
This community, this school means a lot to me. I really cherish this place. I cherish the people within it as well, and I know that I wouldn't be where I am without this place.
And that is Halliburton talking about the donation about Oshkosh North in Wisconsin. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com at 7:05. Traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at southbound 65 coming down from Boone County. This is a crash after State Road 39, and it was completely shut down. A couple of lanes have reopened, I am told, with traffic jam back to State Road 39, so plan accordingly. If you're heading to Indianapolis from Lebanon here this morning, you to get on at that State Road 39 exit. Also, out by the airport, Indianapolis International Airport, is westbound 70 on the approach to that airport collector ramp. This is a vehicle fire, a car fire, that's blocking the right lane right now and jamming up traffic back to 465. West side, westbound 70 at Holt Road, stall on the exit ramp to Holt Road. That ramp is open, partially blocked. Southbound 65, stall on the exit to 21st Street, has a slow back to 29th. Northbound 65 on the south side, stop and go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. Crash east side, 10th Street at Gibson Avenue, and on the northeast side, couple of problems here. Westbound 465 at I-69, crash blocking the left lane, slowing us down to 75th, and after that, a stall on westbound 465, blocking the right lane between I-69 and Allisonville Road. Traffic sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association. The IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series is coming back to Columbus September 3rd through the 6th. Kids 12 and under free. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, sick and tired of the humidity, kid. Just gross.
Yeah, it is disgusting. I walked out this morning. I'm like, ugh, really?
Right. Ugh.
Couple
by
more
the way,
days.
ugh. That is actually Jason Hammer's Hebrew name.
It is it?
Yes. Well, the traditional joke is they're so ugly, their Hebrew name is Blech.
That's fantastic.
That's the joke right there.
I love it. That's
I
a good
got
one.
100 of them. Just ask.
No, I can't wait.
What do you got?
We've got partly cloudy skies expected today. It's going to be hot and humid. Highs around 90, which feels like temperatures into the mid-90s. So very stuffy out there. Mostly clear, mild and muggy again tonight, 71. Up to 90 degrees on Tuesday. Partly cloudy, but some scattered showers and thunderstorms possible into the afternoon and evening. And then we will see humidity values begin to drop and temperatures as well. Wednesday's high near 83, 84 on Thursday.
And what about Saturday night, like 6 p.m.?
We will be into the 80s.
Okay.
Humidity values dropping a bit as well.
Okay.
And as you're waking up early Sunday morning, we can
I don't care about Sunday morning. Because who knows who you're even going to wake up with. I only care about Saturday night.
Saturday night?
Yeah, that's all that matters.
We will be into the lower 80s.
Okay.
And looking good.
That's all. Nothing else matters.
Nope.
You have your forecast. Everything's good, guys. Everything's fine. Thank you.
Yep.
Tara Hastings, we'll see you Saturday for From Hollywood to the Heartland. Myself and actor Nick Searcy. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. we will see you there. That's you have a ticket waiting for you. Just all you got to do is show up.
Well,
Just that easy.
I appreciate that.
There it is. Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist. Thank you. 71 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:09.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
So this heat is, of course, the story. It, as you just heard, remains for another couple days. We get the break. Also, we have got a hurricane that is moving along on the East Coast. I bring it up because I want you to be prepared for the media deluge of, oh my gosh, hurricane, global warming, climate change. They'll have the people out there set up lying about the weather. They call it hurricane season. I believe this is East Coast media lying bullcrap season. And that runs from June to November. And then they have another season that runs from November to May. Actually, December to May. Yeah, so yeah, it's really year round with the media bullcrap season. So they're going to say, oh, look at this hurricane. It's the worst hurricane ever. And this is why you shouldn't be allowed to run your air conditioning. Some nonsense like that is coming. Gail Cook passed away at the age of, is it 91? If I have that right. Not as familiar with her as other people in Indiana who have been engaged in philanthropy and other things. I believe for the state, she was the richest person in the state. A fortune that engages the billions. That said, I don't know. This is Cook Medical, Cook Group. I don't think I've ever met them. I don't think I've ever done any work with them or around them. Just it is a story that is trending here in Indianapolis and worthy of your time. And of course, maybe the story that's trending even bigger is, who will Shane Steichen, coach of the Colts, pick to be the starting quarterback? I made my call. It's Daniel Jones. Now, the odds of it being Daniel Jones, I would argue, are very, very small. This pinky doesn't seem to be a problem. And you spent all of this capital, not just dollars, on Anthony Richardson, and why wouldn't you utilize it? That said, I think Anthony Richardson needs time. Now, you say to me, Daniel Jones did not have a great career, being drafted 6th in the first round in 2019. You're right. But things come over time. And it's been 6 years of getting knocked around, of seeing things that don't work, and maybe there's a system that works now. And I think he's shown himself to be quite able in maintaining an offense. So, my vote, I shouldn't say my vote, my guess is Daniel Jones. That's my take. And let Anthony Richardson spend some more time watching and learning. It's okay. We took a guy who had 9 games in college and said, here's the pros. Maybe not. Maybe a little bit of growth isn't a bad thing. That's my take. We'll see how wrong I'm probably going to end up being. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
By now, you've heard about IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's a way to claim your unclaimed property from the Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division. It's not a scam. It's not houses, boats, cars, or storage facilities. It isn't free money. So what exactly is it? It's your money. It belongs to you, and it's waiting for you to claim it. It's money from unclaimed wages or commissions, forgotten bank accounts, underlying shares, refunds, insurance proceeds, stock dividends, safe deposit box contents, overpayments, certificates of deposit, money orders, and more. The Indiana Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division safeguards those funds while trying to locate and return those funds to the owner or heir. It's your money, you deserve it, and the Attorney General's office wants to make sure you get it. The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220. That's Tony Katz to 46220. Or visit IndianaUnclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
He's Donald Trump's #1 enemy in Congress, Chicago Senator Dick Durbin. And now Dick Durbin has a new scheme, a government takeover of your credit card. Today, consumers have thousands of choices in credit cards, all with equal, strong security. But Durbin's plan is less competition and less security. And that means more risk for your credit and your identity. Tell Republicans in Congress, stop Dick Durbin's takeover of your credit card before it's too late.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
Everyone knows that PA Jewelers in Brownsburg is the place to get one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces. Diamonds, gold, gemstones, watches, everything. But PA Jewelers at the farmhouse is also the place to sell your jewelry, your watches, your coins, or bullion. PA Jewelers has the best prices and the best payouts. And they walk you through the process so you know what your pieces are worth and what you're getting. PA Jewelers at the farmhouse, 3750 South Green Street in Brownsburg, or online at pajewelers.jewelry. That's pajewelers.jewelry. Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what are you doing?
Yeah, Tony, trouble going to the airport. I'm looking at westbound 70 on the approach to Indianapolis International. It's a vehicle fire, a car fire that's blocking the right lane right now. It looks like the fire is out. There's water all over the interstate, so as you make your way through, you'll see that. But right now, we are stop and go back to the 465 ramps for about a mile. Also, another vehicle fire. This is going to be on I-70, okay? Looking at 465, both directions at the interchange of I-70, and the ramps are open. They are partially blocked right now because of our second vehicle fire in that area. Boone County, southbound 65 after State Road 39, crash blocking the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to State Road 39. Northeast side, 2 problems going northbound 465, the first after the I-69 ramps. It's a crash blocking the left lane. After that, we have a stall between 69 and Allisonville Road again, blocking the right lane. Traffic is backed up to East 56th Street. We are delayed right now by 8 minutes. Traffic sponsored by Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. Honda of Fishers is now Great Lakes Honda of Fishers under new ownership. Visit them just off State Road 37 for special grand opening pricing during their summer sales event. Great Lakes Honda of Fishers. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:16.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3,
4. Gearing up for the popcorn moment, brought to you by Booher, Booher, Booher Remodeling.com. Listen, you want that new kitchen, you want that new bathroom, you want a basement that is actually part of the house. If it's in your 4 walls, Booher Remodeling has got you covered. They are the ones to call if the space is outdated, if it needs just a whole new look, it needs a refresh, or if it needs a new layout because, well, life has changed. Younger kids in the house, people in the house have gotten older, whatever the case may be, there's a reason that you want to redo that kitchen. There's a reason you want to have more countertop space or more cabinet space or more storage space or to show off a collection of, I don't know, whatever it is you collect. Whatever your reason is, Booher is there. Their 5-step process, their consultation, they go through the whole thing with you. So you understand what it is you're actually trying to get done and they're able to show you how that's going to get done. So as this process happens, as the remodel takes place, you know what's going on. So there's no stress. And with Booher, Booher, BooherRemodeling.com, you've got the best materials, the most skilled craftsmen in Central Indiana, the highest quality brand names that you trust. Booher, they deliver quality work on time with a service-oriented attitude, and they've got a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Booher has done work for me. Let them do work for you, and you'll see Booher this Saturday there at West Fork Whiskey as they are sponsoring From Hollywood to the Heartland, and I appreciate them for doing so. Tickets.TonyKatz.com so you can talk to them yourself and then see how easy it is to work with Booher and how great your kitchen, your bathroom, your basement is going to turn out. Booher, BooherRemodeling.com, 317-852-5546. 317-852-5546. Booher Remodeling, 852-5546, or online at Booher, Booher, BooherRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe, then grab your popcorn because there is more. Now, I did have a one-on-one conversation with the Israeli ambassador to the United States, Michael Leiter, yesterday. Which led to me being locked out of the studio and then grabbing a small sledgehammer. I'll tell you that story another time. I'm going to share with you parts of that interview over the week. I'm going to be sharing more of it on Tony Katz Today. I'll have it all posted to the YouTube channel so you can see the whole thing, including where I push back at him on the ideas of disarming versus destroying Hamas. We get a little into it. I will have that for you. But for the popcorn moment, allow me to share with you the words of the absolute man-child, James Comey. Because, well, it is what it is. He is indeed a man-child.
I hate Illinois Nazis.
All right, I don't know what that had to do with it. We were talking about the people walking around with swastika flags earlier. That would have been appropriate. I don't know if that's appropriate for James Comey. No. James Comey is the beta male definition. And if you want proof, he is standing behind this or in front of this blank background like he's making a hostage video. That all happens way too often. And go.
Last week's cold turns out to have been COVID, quite a flashback. And Donald Trump is still president and still humiliating America on a national stage, standing next to Vladimir Putin. It's like a dream, a bad dream you can't wake up from.
I don't know what made him think he should make this video. And you say to me, okay, that's standard boilerplate. I agree. That's just boilerplate and leftist nonsense. And from James Comey, you would expect it. What you didn't expect. Hold on, I have it. Well, honestly, I am falling apart today.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
What you didn't expect was the Taylor Swift love.
But I don't want to talk about that bad dream this week. I want to talk about a truly inspirational public figure named Taylor Swift. Of course, I watched her podcast interview with the Kelsey brothers. Of course, I watched the whole thing, although on YouTube, Patrice and I got kicked off for the last 15 minutes and finished it on her phone. But I watched it. You see, Taylor Swift and I go way back. I went to my first concert of hers 15 years ago.
Okay.
I've been to a second, I have helped financially support the attendance of a lot of family members at others.
I'm going to stop you right there. When James Comey, a grown man, says Taylor Swift and I go way back, am I the only person who has, like, Greg Doyle thoughts when he's talking to Caitlin Clark? You go way back and you're helping people go to concerts. Why are you telling us all of this? You were the former FBI director. What is happening here?
I'm in a family's Swiftie group chat. I know all her music and I listen to it in my headphones when I cut the grass.
Okay, I'm gonna try and help everybody through this the very best I can. It is not that I have any issue with anybody listening to Taylor Swift. Go right ahead. What am I to tell you? If you listen to Steely Dan, would I be like, how dare you? No, well, I would actually applaud and say, smart on you. You want to listen to Taylor Swift? Go right ahead. Why are you making this video? Why would you say that you're a Swiftie? That you're in a Swiftie group chat? That's weird. That's weird. It's not. There is no man action in that. There's a beta male action in that. There's no man action in that. I didn't tell you not to listen to the song. Go right ahead. We all have guilty pleasures. Somewhere out there, someone's like, I don't care if they didn't write the music. I love Milli Vanilli. Someone is out there doing that. I'm not here to judge them for it. You made a whole video. And the video, by the way, it goes on.
So, yes, I have a favorite of hers, although honestly, for me, it's a tie between All Too Well, 10-minute version, and Exile featuring Bon Iver. Taylor Swift has grown up with my family and provided us a soundtrack, really, as we've grown ourselves and learned and adapted and dealt with adversity and celebration.
This video goes on for 5 minutes and 21 seconds. But I now want the left to tell me that they're really going after young men in America as voters, and they're going to show what masculinity is with Comey and Doug Emhoff and Tim Walz. Oh, good Lord. Good. Special. This is embarrassing. And he should be embarrassed. Men don't act like this. I didn't say you didn't listen to the music. Videos like this, this admission, this is just weird. It is not manly. That's all. I didn't say you couldn't listen to the music. I'm not getting on your case for listening to the music. A video expressing your deep, profound love. Super weird. And if you think you're going to attract young men as voters with that, you are wrong. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Westbound 70 on that collector ramp from 465 heading to Indianapolis International Airport. A car fire blocking the right lane, causing stop-and-go traffic into the I-465 ramps. And I have another vehicle fire reported in that interchange from northbound 465 to westbound 70 like you're going to the airport. So a couple of problems there. Plan accordingly. Northbound 65 stop-and-go after Keystone Avenue into the south split. That's a construction slowdown. And then two problems up on the northeast side first. It's northbound, westbound 465 at I-69. Crash blocking the left lane. After that, a stall. Westbound 465 between I-69 and Allisonville Road. It blocks the right lane. Traffic stop and go. Back to Penn Pike, delay time is 9 minutes. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it this afternoon. Nobody has more fun on the radio than we do. It's Monday Gun Day. Guy Relford will join us, and the biggest stories in Indy.
Tired of using your Indy summer to paint year after year? Then do what Deanna did. She called Rhino Shield.
I was noticing some cracks and the paint's faded. I was like, okay, I think I should get my house painted. So my neighbor had a Rhino Shield placard in the yard. And after they were finished, I was just, wow. With the warranty and everything, it just seemed silly not to go that route.
The ceramic coating of Rhino Shield is specifically formulated for our climate.
So the Rhino Shield crew came out. Nothing was damaged in the process. I was very happy. They just didn't leave a mess. You couldn't even tell they were there. And the house looked so different. It just looked like a new home.
Backed by a 25-year transferable warranty. And right now, you can have that protection for 10% off the regular price.
Rhino Shield, I think it increases the value and the curb appeal of your home. Definitely worth it.
Here's Rhino Shield's Shane Smith.
This offer is limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is $0 and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Road trip!
This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings, because you're driving to Paris.
Texas!
Then it's off to Rome.
Georgia!
And you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin.
Ohio!
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Hey, it's Rob. Hope you have an awesome weekend. Jerry Lopez will be back here with me Monday. We'll see you 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
Jeff Chapman here. Your home has a lot of systems. We cover them all. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, drains, and now electrical. Remember the man for all seasons, and now more reasons. Chapman. ChapmanHeating.com.
Call today or go to bwindow.com and receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door.
Because at B-Window, we mean business.
Another update is just minutes away.
I'd like to see a ceasefire.
The two leaders behind closed doors for hours. Hear the news.
There's no deal until there's a deal.
Zelenskyy to Washington.
And I'll, of course, call up President Zelenskyy and tell him about today's meeting.
Had a long, meaningful conversation.
Stay in the know while you're on the go.
Next time in Moscow.
Ooh. On air.
Several people to Indianapolis hospitals.
Drug overdoses.
And online.
Everybody survived.
93 WIBC Mobile News. 93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level. On the go.
What President Trump has stored at the White House today, nothing on radar. 72 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 85. I'm Ryan Hedrick for Michaelis Corporation. Here's what's trending at 7:31. The president of Ukraine will be meeting with President Trump at the White House today. Fox's Doug Lazater has the details.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. He'll be joined by 7 other European leaders, hoping to make a unified stance and trying to hammer out a peace deal on the best terms possible for Ukraine. President Trump, meantime, already making it clear that Zelenskyy must be willing to make concessions. He posted this on Truth Social. President Zelenskyy of Ukraine can end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to, or he can continue to fight. Remember how it started. No getting back Obama-given Crimea 12 years ago without a shot being fired, and no going into NATO by Ukraine. Some things never change.
And the meeting comes just days after President Trump met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Alaska on Friday. Flights are being disrupted around the world today as a strike at Air Canada continues. The work stoppage started early Saturday over pay and scheduling disputes. More Republican-led states are sending National Guard troops to the nation's capital. The governors of Ohio and South Carolina sending about 350 soldiers to D.C. This comes after West Virginia's governor announced he was sending hundreds of troops to D.C. as well. An illegal immigrant truck driver has been arrested and faces deportation after a crash that killed 3 people.
Authorities say 42-year-old Harjinder Singh attempted an illegal U-turn with a semi-truck, causing a collision that killed 3 people in a minivan. Singh is now facing deportation and 3 counts of vehicular homicide after the deadly crash, which happened on Florida's Turnpike near Fort Pierce last Tuesday. Singh, who reportedly entered the country in 2018 and obtained a California commercial driver's license, remains in custody. Immigration officials have issued a detainer as the investigation continues. Ted Lindner, Fox News.
In Indianapolis, a 3-year-old child is dead after it was pulled from a retention pond on Sunday night in an apartment complex near 65th and Benford Boulevard. Police are looking into it as a death investigation. A 17-year-old boy was shot and killed at an apartment building along Central Avenue between 21st and 22nd. The grounds at what police believe was a party that got out of control and a beef that started on Instagram. Heat has been a major factor across Indiana over the past several days.
On Monday, you've got sunny skies with
warm and humid conditions and high temperatures near 90. And then again on Tuesday, a 40% chance for showers and thunderstorms, sunny and hot with a high near 91.
Jason Puma with the National Weather Service in Indianapolis says you might see temperatures cool down by just a little bit on Wednesday.
Chances for showers and thunderstorms and a chance of rain is 20%.
Jake McDaniel, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com. The Indianapolis Colts say they're close to deciding on who their starting quarterback will be for the upcoming season. It will be between Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson.
I feel like I've been doing a decent job, and improving. But at the end of the day, I just want to keep improving. And if I do win the job, thank God. If not, I need to keep working.
On Saturday, Richardson played most of the second quarter and finished the Colts' best preseason drive with the game's first touchdown before the Packers rallied late to win 23-19. Richardson, 6 of 11, 73 yards, no interceptions, no fumbles. In Connecticut on Sunday.
A scary moment as we went to commercial. Sophie Cunningham hit the floor hard, and she is being helped off the floor, heading back to the locker room. This is the play that just occurred.
Looks like she tries to slide over right there, and Hartley just kind of falls and makes collision with that lower.
On NBA TV, Sophie Cunningham helped off the court with the knee injury, but Kelsey Mitchell scored 34 for 38 in the second half, lifting the Fever past the Connecticut Sun in overtime, 99-93. And John Rahm wins at Live in Westfield on Sunday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level, on the go, and at WIBC.com. At 7:35, traffic on the 5s. Good morning, Matt Bear.
What's happening, Ryan? Looking at Boone County, southbound 65 after State Road 39. Crash blocking the right lane. There is a slowdown and no delay at the moment. Northeast side, 2 problems on northbound, westbound 465. The first post I-69 interchange is blocking the left lane. After that, a stall blocking the right lane. Traffic is backed up almost to I-70, and our delay time right now is 17 minutes. Looking at northbound 65 on the south side, stop and go traffic after South Keystone Avenue into the south split. That is a construction zone. And westbound 70 on the approach to Indianapolis International Airport. This is a vehicle fire on the right shoulder. Looks like the fire is out. There is a slowdown. Stop and go traffic back to 465. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the 5s to WIBC traffic.
We've got 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 7:36.
Whenever I'm out wandering, chasing a rainbow dream, I often stop and think about a place I've never seen.
Today on the marketplace, it's cool. I just don't know if it's $1,200 cool. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. During downtime, I'm clearing my head. I'm getting ready for what's next on the show. I find myself on Facebook Marketplace. A lot of cool stuff, odd stuff, weird stuff, strange stuff, interesting stuff. I've bought stuff. I have sold stuff. It's all there on the Marketplace. The entire Marketplace segment brought to you by IndianaUnclaimed.gov. It's your cash. Go get it. IndianaUnclaimed.gov. Easy to do, fast, easy, free to use. Text my name, Tony, to 46220 or go to IndianaUnclaimed.gov. We are live streaming right now there on YouTube's, and you could see Matt Bear, and you could see producer Carl, and you could see yours truly. I'm the handsome one.
Whatever.
And you cannot see, although it'd be cool if we could put this up and figure this out. I found today, Matt Bear, you ever play guitar?
Yeah, I didn't do it well, so I quit.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I quit immediately.
Wow, so you quit everything you don't do well?
Absolutely. I'd rather invest my time into something that I'm already good at.
Okay. This right here is a guitar. It is a purple guitar with matching acrylic headstock. This is a BC Rich acrylic Warlock. It's, when I say it's acrylic, I mean it's see-through. It's purple, but it is see-through. If you go to Tony Katz on the Twitter X, you'll find it there. It is a very, very heavy metal kind of guitar. It's angular and everything else. Like it's a little bit of Flying V connectivity, but then it's got like these other parts towards the front that makes it look like it's gonna stab you. It's just gonna gore you like a bull in Pamplona. And the question is this guitar worth $1,200 to you?
Absolutely. Oh, this thing
Really?
is so cool. Yeah, this just screams Anthrax.
Right?
Or maybe a little Slayer mixed in. What I would do is, because you can see through it in this picture, is absolutely beautiful. You have the purple guitar and the snow in the background. It's got some Hoosier to it. I would put like a fire pit behind it, like a 24-hour fire pit, so it looks like the guitar has flames.
So you don't want to play the guitar, you just want it as an art piece.
I want people to look at it and say, he's really cool and he plays the guitar, even though I don't.
Right.
You know, that's what I'm going for.
I'll tell you this, you get a guitar like this, you're going to be very, very good at playing Captain and Tennille.
Yeah. Well, that will keep us together. Keep going over
it's very cool, but this falls into the category of, are you a guitar collector and do you know what the heck you're talking about? Because I don't know how this is worth $1,200. I will say, according to the listing, the frets are in near perfect condition. Guitar has been rewired by Indie String Theory, which I don't know anything about. I'd love to. With a Seymour Duncan Custom 5 in the bridge and a Razor DHP in the neck. I saw a Razor DHP in the neck open up for Oingo Boingo in 1987.
I thought Oingo Boingo was better. I'm sorry. Not the headliner, but they showed up, man.
You would.
Yeah, I loved them.
I don't know what any of that means. So you're saying that acrylic guitar, BC Rich, acrylic Warlock, $1,200. You're like, yep, no problem.
Think about it. I mean, guitars are expensive instruments to begin with, so if you wanted a starter guitar for your kid, I imagine...
Starter guitar?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Drop to $1,200 and be like, hey, if you're going to do it, you're going to do it with this, and the kid all of a sudden will be getting like a mohawk and, you know, and just yelling, thrashing metal in the basement.
How old is the kid?
It could be anywhere from 4 to 16. That's what I'd say for this guitar. 4 to 16 definitely is the age range. It's set up in C too, which is 4
to 16.
C is a solid key for your guitar.
Right.
Absolutely.
According to this guitar is set up in the key of C.
Yeah, I know. Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, it's beautiful. Yeah, I would want this. Especially if I were a collector, I'd want something like this because it's awesome, and you should absolutely spend $1,200 for it.
Okay.
Because it's a musical instrument. You need a musical instrument.
Right.
Somebody needs to learn the instrument.
You feel the same way about kazoos?
Yes. Absolutely. Well, it's an instrument. We don't learn enough instruments. Tony, I've been saying it for decades.
You have. He's been saying it for decades. He has. He has. To anybody who will listen or won't listen.
Shouting it from the rooftops.
I'm with the chat room. If this guitar was worth $1,200, it'd already be in the Jim Irsay collection.
I love that. I love that's where people go. I love that that's where their heads are. That's awesome.
The guitar is there for you, and you can buy from Matt Bear if you choose. There, the BC Rich acrylic Warlock for $1,200. We've got the full listing of our marketplace finds over at WIBC.com. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning.
Another update is just minutes away.
I'd like to see a ceasefire.
The two leaders behind closed doors for hours.
Hear the news.
There's no deal until there's a deal.
Zelenskyy to Washington.
And I'll, of course, call up President Zelenskyy and tell him about today's meeting.
Had a long, meaningful conversation.
Stay in the know while you're on the go.
Next time in Moscow.
On air.
Several people to Indianapolis hospitals.
Drug overdoses.
And online.
Everybody survived.
93 WIBC Mobile News.
I've been talking about my friends at Trajan Wealth for quite some time now. Trajan, they are my fiduciary advisors, and I'm excited to share that they are hosting a one-night-only movie premiere at Flick's Brew House in Carmel, September 25th at 6 p.m. Retirement on the Brink, that's the name of this movie. It's their first eye-opening documentary for everyone nearing retirement. You got to see this. Reserve your VIP seat now at retirementonthebrink.com. Retirementonthebrink.com or call 800-670-0366. VIPs get free popcorn and a drink, by the way. The documentary highlights ways to mitigate risk during times when the markets aren't exactly stable. Book your seat at retirementonthebrink.com or call 800-670-0366. That's 800-670-0366. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Paid advertisement, DBA in most states is Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Sullivan here for the Michaelis Corporation. I'm here with Michaela to talk about water damage. Water damage at your home or business can come from heavy rains, broken or frozen pipes, and countless other ways. Michaela, if someone has a loss due to water, why should they call Michaelis?
Michaelis is a local, family-owned Indianapolis company with 39 years' experience. We are manning the phones and ready to help 24/7, 365. Michaelis specializes in water damage restoration, is IICRC certified, and will restore your home or business to pre-loss condition or better.
I know a big part of getting back to normal is dealing with the insurance company. Can Michaelis help there?
Yes, Michaelis works through the entire process on your behalf to make it easy and give you peace of mind.
If you have water damage, call the Michaelis Corporation. Water, storms, fire, and mold, life happens. Michaelis happens to help you through it. Text or call 844-FIXED-INDY. That's 844-FIXED-INDY. Make it Michaelis.
Traffic on the fives. What's going on, Matt Bear?
Yeah, man. Looking at the northeast side, westbound 465 at I-69. Crash blocking the left lane and causing stop-and-go traffic back to I-70. Delayed 17 minutes. Westbound 70 stop-and-go traffic after Emerson Avenue into the north split. South side northbound 65 slows after Keystone into the south split. A 7-minute delay. And out by Indianapolis International Airport, on the approach to that airport exit ramp, we do have a vehicle fire. The fire's out now and the right shoulder's blocked. Nothing else, but people are moving over to give everybody plenty of room. You like to see that. Traffic slow back to 465. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the fives. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 7:46.
For the first time ever, Low T Center is now offering hormone replacement therapy for women. Low T doesn't just affect guys. In fact, testosterone can benefit women as well. Other treatment options are available to help women balance their hormones and bring back balance to their life with in-center and at-home treatment options. Find out which treatment center is right for you at Low T Center. Ladies can come to any Low T Center, get a test that includes a full hormone panel and further analysis to treat the whole patient, looking at lab results and how you feel to create a personalized hormone therapy plan just for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, just imagine how much better you'll feel when your hormone levels are restored. Guys, if you haven't taken your T test yet, then what are you waiting for? Ladies and gentlemen, both, it's time to take control of your health with Low T Center. For more information about men getting their lives back or balancing women's hormones for a better you, book that appointment right now at fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com.
My mom just found the best place ever, Wilson's Farm Market. They've got the best ice cream in tons of flavors like butter pecan, orange pineapple, but my favorite is the old-fashioned vanilla. And the candy, whoa, there's a whole wall of it. Gummies, chocolates, giant jawbreakers, even old school stuff my grandma loves. It's like a candy wonderland. And they let me pick out my own bag? Yes! Wilson's is just 20 minutes north of Carmel. Tell your crew it's time for a sweet road trip. Wilson Farm Market, you gotta go!
Technology Recyclers is the safe and ethical choice for your computer and electronics recycling. R2 certified, 100% landfill free, guaranteed destruction of data, and absolutely free pickups. Visit tech-recyclers.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Advent, we help sleep apnea sufferers avoid the CPAP machine by getting your nose and throat working with our unique Advent approach that you won't find elsewhere.
Do you need air conditioning service and need to find a local well-trained expert you can trust like Price Point Comfort Heating and Cooling? We'll find that independent American Standard Air dealer at IndyHomeComfort.com.
Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield and Common Threads has teamed up with the Indiana Fever to provide local schools with information for nutritious meal preparation. Learn more at anthem.com/fever. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Anthem Insurance Companies, Inc.
See a wreck on 465? Find a new pothole on your way to work? You can let Matt Bear know and help out your fellow travelers. Text WIPC to 317-239-9393 and join the text club.
Over the weekend, I had the chance to sit down with the Israeli ambassador to the United States, Michael Leiter, Tony Katz. Good to be with you. And asked him, among many other things, about the state of the war right now.
As you see it, sir, where does the war stand right now?
The war, you're referring to Gaza?
I'm referring only to Gaza.
Okay. Because we just had a war together with the United States over Iran.
I understand.
And
I'm not discussing in this case the 12-day war.
But they're related.
But I would connect them, yes.
But they're related. They're related because you can't talk about Gaza without understanding that this was a organized plan that was architected by the head of the IRGC. IRGC is the auxiliary military of the Iranian mullahs.
Right, the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps.
They were the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, and these are the guys who spread terror and death around the world. These are the ones who took out a bounty, for all intents and purpose, on former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, on former National Security Advisor Mr. Bolton, and on the President Trump himself. And they architected a plan which they called the Ring of Fire. It came to the conclusion that, two conclusions, really. Number one, that Israel could not be defeated with conventional warfare. And number two, because Israel cannot be defeated by conventional warfare, more and more Arab countries, Muslim countries, would be making peace with Israel. And they saw that as a direct threat to their hegemony in the Middle East. So they said, well, how can we destroy Israel, the old dream of the Arab world, without conventional means? So they developed this idea of the Ring of Fire, where they supported proxies all around Israel. They created a ring. And that meant Hamas in the south. It meant the Houthis in the southeast. It meant the Assad regime in Syria. It meant the Hezbollah in Lebanon. It meant the Hezbollah in Syria, the Hezbollah militias in Syria. There's Hezbollah Lebanon, Hezbollah Syria, and the militias in Iraq. They would storm Israel all at the same time. Physically, Hezbollah and Hamas would do that, come through the tunnels that they had built with Iranian money, pour thousands of these fighters in who were intent on just slaughtering anybody they met. And at the same time, the Houthis and the Hezbollah Syria and the Assad regime and the Hezbollah Iraq would fire missiles, short-range missiles, at the same time. Iran, the head of the snake, would fire these long-range missiles at the same time, so the reserves in Israel wouldn't be able to be called up, wouldn't be able to get to the periphery. And, you know, we were talking about periphery. Look, you have to understand, Israel could fit into Indiana 4.5 times. So when you're talking about a periphery, I mean, for crying out loud, it's the whole width of Israel is the drive from the Indianapolis airport to downtown. That's the width of Israel, right. About 40 miles. So if we had all of this happening at the same time, Israel wouldn't be able to reconstitute itself, wouldn't be able to get back up, despite the fact that it's a regional superpower. because it's so small. This ring of fire was intended to destroy Israel entirely, very fast. We saw a taste of it on October 7th. Okay? What happened was Hamas jumped the gun. They didn't wait for all the other proxies to join. And the effect was devastating. 1,200 slaughtered in a day in the most gruesome fashion imaginable. 1,200 in one day in Israel is comparable to 40,000 people being slaughtered in the United States in one day. And just imagine, September 11th times 10, 11, 12. That's what it was for us. Everything went wrong. It was the perfect storm. So we are committed to basically three things. Number one, Hamas has to be totally disarmed. And this war is going to be prosecuted until the point where Hamas is defeated. We don't have an option.
Hamas disarmed is different than Hamas defeated. Those are two different terms.
No. Hamas defeated means that Hamas is left without any military or political power. Okay? They're defeated. No more guns, no more missiles, no more tunnels, no more control over the population in Gaza, because if they maintain control over the population in Gaza, it's a matter of time before they're back to missiles and guns and slaughtering and tunnels and all that. Everything goes along with it.
That much is true. That's just a small part of our conversation. I will have the full video up, hopefully by the end of the day. We're going to share more of this audio right here. We're going to be sharing this over there on Tony Katz today at noon. And I will have more of that for you. So keep it right here. Right now, Matt Bear has got traffic.
Northeast side crash on northbound 465 at I-69. Left lane block traffic backed up to I-70, a 17-minute delay. Also northbound of 465 on the west side slows from Rockville Road up to 10th. And inbound 65 stop and go from MLK to West Street. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Services. Water damaging your home? Contact Indiana Foundation Service, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at IndianaFoundationService.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Everyone's talking about Galaxy Concrete Coating and their transformation, like your neighbor Mike.
Well, the local company that we used first was highly recommended by people in our neighborhood. We did not know until after it didn't work on our floor. It just healed up like a cheap suit. And so my wife says, we got to do something. And so she started looking around on the internet and she found Galaxy.
Lots of styles to choose from, 4 times stronger than epoxy, and it comes with a lifetime warranty.
We got Galaxy out here. They got here at about 8 o'clock in the morning and they finished up at 6 o'clock that night. Other than having a beautiful garage floor, you couldn't tell they were here. Just did a wonderful job on it.
Galaxy Concrete Coatings works for any area like patios, garage floors, driveways, and around pools.
Still looks fantastic, and anybody that visits our house, that's all they want to talk about. I mean, they just can't believe how nice the garage floor looks.
Click on GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com and remember to like us on Facebook, GalaxyConcreteCoatings.com. We are out of this world.
Cindy Druba, office manager for CSE Morse, needed a paperless solution, so she called on Applied Innovation.
We weren't paperless, and more companies are going paperless, and we wanted to have the option.
How has Applied Innovation's DocuWare solution helped your staff?
It's nice to have everything at my fingertips. I'm not, digging in this drawer, digging in that drawer. I can just put in my search criteria and up they pop.
Applied Innovation even helps scan your documents.
We had 7 years of stored records, bankers boxes upon bankers boxes, and we used Applied to have, they actually scanned and stored all those documents for us.
And the bottom line benefit to using Applied Innovation?
Saved us a lot of time and a lot of space. Time is money.
Applied Innovation, office technology made simple, backed by a partner you can trust. Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedyinnovation.com.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Have you tried Wings Etc's new ranch fire sauce? House-made ranch with a fiery kiss of fresh ground habanero peppers and garlic. New ranch fire on our hand-breaded chicken sandwich? Big flavor. On a jalapeno bacon burger? Big flavor. On anything, wings, fries, pretzel bites? Big flavor. When you want to dance with spicy ranch, come to the folks who've been flying the big flavor flag since 1994. Wings Etc. We got your big flavor right here. Visit wingsetc.com.
Community Health Network cares for your heart health. From heart scans and vascular screenings to complex heart procedures, you can count on our expert team for the highest quality cardiovascular care, when and where you need it. Your path to a healthy heart starts with knowing your risk. Schedule a heart scan or vascular screening today. Visit ecommunity.com/heart. Community Health Network. Exceptional care. Simply delivered.
Hammer and Nigel show back at it this afternoon. Nobody has more fun on the radio than we do. It's Monday Gun Day. Guy Relford will join us and the biggest stories in Indy.
The Attorney General's Unclaimed Property Division has over $800 million just waiting to be claimed. Text Tony Katz to 46220 or visit indianaunclaimed.gov to claim yours today.
Hey, it's Rob. Hope you have an awesome weekend. Jerry Lopez will be back here with me Monday. We'll see you 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
Coming up in 2 minutes from the Technology Recycler Studios, a shooting at an Airbnb at a building where they're prohibited and what neighbors are saying about it, what Indy police discovered at an apartment complex, and what weather forecasters say the heat and humidity will be at this week. After Fox News, you're listening to 93 WIBC, WIBC HD1, Indianapolis on a Monday morning. It's 8 o'clock.
President Zelenskyy can end the war with Russia almost immediately. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. President Trump posted that on Truth Social before today's meeting with Ukraine's leader at the White House, where Fox's Jackie Heinrich reports.
There are some indications that one challenge today could be getting Ukraine to talk peace terms without a ceasefire in place. You had Russia shelling Ukrainian cities overnight leading into this meeting, and Zelenskyy's chief of staff writing on X that a ceasefire is essential.
Something Russian leader Vladimir Putin did not agree to in his meeting Friday in Alaska with President Trump.
Zelenskyy today will first meet with President Trump and Vice President Vance one-on-one before a group meeting with the NATO Secretary General, the EU Commission President, and the leaders of Germany, the UK, France, Italy, and Finland, who will together discuss Russia's territorial demands.
Also being discussed, a possible U.S. and European security agreement for Ukraine, but the Trump Truth Social post added no NATO membership for Ukraine. Now, as far as the war in Gaza is concerned, as Israel continues to escalate, there was a massive protest today across the country demanding a ceasefire deal to free the remaining hostages, and there are also talks on a different conflict.
U.S. Special Envoy Tom Barrack wants Israel and Iran-backed Hezbollah to agree to a long-term end to decades of hostility. The Lebanon-based group was battered by Israel during a months-long war last year. Lebanon's government has endorsed a U.S.-backed plan for Hezbollah to disarm. It involves economic help to reconstruct the country.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. A frantic call for help late last night in Tremont, Utah, when police responded to a disturbance.
2 officers down in the intersection, not moving. I'm hit. I don't know. It's in the head or my shoulder.
That's from Broadcastify. We don't know how badly wounded that officer or the other two were after a lockdown in that area. Police did track down and arrest the suspected gunman. America's listening to Fox News.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
A shooting at an Indianapolis apartment building. Nothing on radar. 72 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 85 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:02.
Waking up to that and knowing that there's Airbnbs happening in this building, and that was not something I was made aware of.
That woman spoke to Wish TV. Her name's Jade Eilers, about a shooting at an apartment building along Central Avenue in the near northeast side.
I was scared, and it makes me really uncomfortable, and it makes me want to move right now.
And the boy that was shot is identified as Xavion Whitlow. He was 17 years old, and police say he was there for a party but may have gotten to a fight over an Instagram beef.
A crash on the city's southwest side Sunday night left one person dead. IMPD responded to an area near Kentucky Avenue and South Lyndhurst Drive right around 5, finding a black pickup truck in a white hatchback. The male driver of the pickup truck had moderate injuries and was taken to the hospital. The male driver of the hatchback was unresponsive and later pronounced dead by medics. IMPD looking into how a 3-year-old boy ended up in a pond in the near northeast side and an apartment complex. Here's Jarrett Lewis.
Officers being called to the complex Sunday evening just before 7. The mother told them she came home to find her child gone. She checked her door cam and saw the child had left on their own. That's when she went out to look for them, eventually getting help from a neighbor who located the child unresponsive near a pond. CPR was administered and the child taken to a hospital but died there. Police say the father of the child was home at the time of the incident. CPS is now in contact with the family as the investigation continues. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
You can expect scattered showers on both Tuesday and Wednesday. Jason Puma at the National Weather Service Indianapolis says you might also see temperatures cool down just a little bit in the middle of the work week.
And then that cool air really looks to arrive for the latter half of the work week, where on Thursday we'll only have a high near 84. And on Friday, sunny skies with a high near 88.
And he says luckily no heat advisories are in place this week. Just moderate heat cooling down by the end of the week. With the opening game just 2 weeks away, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish are emphasizing special teams in the final days of fall camp.
Notre Dame special teams coordinator Marty Biaggi says fall camp is now about simulating game pressure.
We're trying to create game-like situations as opposed to early on in camp. It was more, hey, we're going to kick 5, 6, 7 in a row.
Biaggi says putting the kickers, punters, and returners into live scenarios will test consistency under pressure and make sure every specialist is prepared for critical moments. The Irish open the season August 31st at Miami. Len Clark, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
The Indiana Fever raced a 21-point deficit on Sunday and beat the Connecticut Sun 99-93 in overtime thanks to Kelsey Mitchell's 38 points. The Indianapolis Colts say they're close to choosing who their starting quarterback will be, and John Rahm wins at the Live Golf Tournament in Westfield on Sunday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go, and at WIBC.com at 8:05. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Bear.
All right, looking at inbound 69, 10-minute delay, 116th Street, 465. Vehicle fire cleared out by the airport. The right shoulder was covered. That is gone, and the slowdown is cleared out as well. Have a safe flight. South side, northbound 65, stop and go Keystone Avenue. Into the south split is a construction zone with a 9-minute delay. Northwest side, northbound 465, slow. 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by Indiana Foundation Service. Is water damage in your home? Contact Indiana Foundation Service to Basement Concrete Foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at IndianaFoundationService.com. Licensed in all 50 states where work is performed. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Tara Hastings, Wish TV meteorologist, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. It's going to feel awfully hot and humid yet again today. We'll look for partly cloudy skies. Highs right around 90. It feels like temperatures into the mid-90s. Tonight, mostly clear, mild and muggy with lows near 71. Look for partly cloudy skies on your Tuesday. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms possible with highs near 90. And then heading into Wednesday, cold front moves through. Chance of some showers and storms. Partly cloudy skies. Highs near 83. And humidity values begin to drop for the rest of the week.
That is Tara Hastings of Wish TV. Tara, we always appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:06.
This hour on 93 WIBC, powered by Pierce Jewelers and Carmel, designers of fine custom jewelry.
Vladimir Putin is coming to the United States to meet with President Trump. European leaders also coming? Okay, this is what Putin and I discussed, and here are the options. I mean, that certainly seems to be the case. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Good to be with you. Are there going to be security guarantees? I mean, even Putin's like, we would like security guarantees. All of a sudden, we're going to have some DMZ-type zone Is that what's going to go on here? Yes, Russia's going to keep these parts of the Donbass, but they won't be marching towards Kyiv and the fighting will stop. Does anybody believe that to be the case? I don't believe that to be true. I don't even think that's possible. We know Luhansk, we know Donetsk. What about Zaporizhia and Kherson, these areas further to the south that connect to Crimea, which are important to Russia? So they have this land bridge allowing them even further access to the Black Sea. They don't want to have to engage the bridge that heads west between the Sea of Azov and the Black Sea. I mean, there is a geography issue at play here. But also, do we believe that it is possible that the moves against Ukraine are going to stop? This is not about the Russians having some great military. We already know this. They've got a horrific military. They're just willing to throw bodies at the thing. Is Ukraine willing to give up land? That's a question. You'll have UK, France, Germany, Italy, Finland, European Union, and the Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte, will all be there. So, this is a big deal. And what they're going to hear is, listen, we didn't do the ceasefire thing. I'm going for total peace deal. Now, that's a pivot from the president. Because the president said if there's no ceasefire, well, then the sanctions are going to be severe. But there are no sanctions. There's no severe sanctions. And that's going to be seen by the left. And I'm not going to say that they're wrong about this or anybody else will be wrong about this, that Trump didn't live up to his word. Trump's trying to change the game. But for the people upset that this whole meeting happened, oh my gosh, Trump looked tired. If I take the photo in a certain way, Trump looks tired. That much is absolutely true. And you know what? Could have been tired. But he keeps going and he keeps going and keeps going. And he was on the phone with European leaders once they were wheels up. He was on the phone with Zelenskyy, got home, kept working. And I believe they got back to Bedminster. I forget what time it was. I think it was Jersey. And 5 hours later, he was up and going for a round of golf. Guy's got energy to spare, even if he looked tired. And if that's the best that the left has, he looked tired, which, by the way, he could have been tired. I'm going to deny that he's 78? Joe Biden looked like he wasn't capable of running the country because he wasn't running the country, and the media said nothing. Yeah, I'm not going to listen to them. They don't get a say in this. Those people, those media folk can't be trusted at all or in any way. We're going to go inside Indiana business. Gary Dick joins us in just a few. Keep it right here. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. You're looking for that new home. You're looking to sell your home. Zillow ranks Indianapolis number 2 among 2025's hottest markets. Home values have risen. They're holding strong. So now is a great time to sell. Hire the team with proven systems to maximize your equity. Sell your home with Mark Dietel. Maybe what you're looking to do is you want a fast, guaranteed, no-hassle home sale, but you don't want to have to give up that hard-earned equity to do it. Mark Dietel is the real estate expert, trusted and recommended. The expert who guarantees your home sold. Mark Dietel guarantees your home sold at a mutually agreed-upon price and deadline, or he will buy it. Just pick your move date. No long-term contracts. You can cancel at any time. Luke and Emma in Franklin said, we began building our new dream home, and we needed to sell our old place at the great price to pay for it. Mark Dietel made it easy with multiple offers in the first weekend and closed in 25 days at the price we wanted. Talk to the local Indianapolis agent, trusted and recommended. The agent who guarantees your home sold or he will buy it. Talk to Mark Dietel today. 317-755-4232. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. You're going to get all the details. Or go online to markdietel.com. That's Mark Dietel, D-I-E-T-E-L, markdietel.com.
Your future holds so much potential. The question is, are you planting the right seeds today to make it flourish? At Howard Bailey Financial, we strive to help you create a retirement plan that can adapt to your evolving needs, offering guidance to bring you clarity, confidence, and purpose along the way. Whether you're just beginning or refining your financial strategy, we're here to support you. Let's grow something lasting together. Text GROW to 888-262-1104 to start planning for your future full of possibility. That's GROW to 888-262-1104. Take the first step today. Howard Bailey Securities, LLC is an independent financial services firm and uses a variety of different investment strategies. Please see disclosures at howardbailey.com.
If you'd like to learn about the structure-function approach to children's health care that gets better results with less risk than the disease care model of drugs and pharmaceuticals, then join us for our free Holistic Integration Seminar, Building Healthy Kids from the Inside Out, Wednesday, August 27th at 6:30 p.m. You'll hear from Dr. Robert Prather, host of the Voice of Health Radio.
We had one child was definitely acting up quite a bit. Dad wasn't really for it, said that medicine was the best way to go. After a few hours there, he said, okay, what did you do? This is a different child.
The Holistic Integration Free Seminar, Building Healthy Kids from the Inside Out, Wednesday, August 27th at 6:30 p.m. Those who attend will receive 20% off our hair analysis that children should have every year to prevent heavy metal toxicities. Reserve your seat by calling 317-848-8048 or online at thevoiceofhealthradio.com.
Well, summer's still hot, and so are the deals at Tom Roush Lincoln. Right now, get 0% for up to 48 months on 2025 Lincoln Aviator and Nautilus, or 0.9% for 72 months on 2025 Grand Touring Corsair. Or how about a $50,000 Lincoln Corsair from just $499 per month? So come get one of those hot summer deals at Tom Roush Lincoln in Fishers.
MSRP $52.20, 36-month term, $2,500 due at signing, $499 a month, 10,500 miles per year. Good through 8/31/25.
Traffic on the 5s. Matt Bear, what's going on?
East side northbound 465 delayed 8 minutes from 70 up to East 56th Street. There was a crash in that area earlier. It has cleared. Inbound 69 lane 10 minutes. 116th Street 282nd. Northwest side northbound 465 slow off 79th up to 865. And on the south side northbound 65 stop and go after Keystone Avenue into the south split a 6-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by Payday, packed with peanuts and filled with golden caramel. Payday is one hard-working candy bar. So grab one now to power you through the day. Payday Peanut Caramel Bar. Get to it. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:16.
Hey, it's Mike Rowe, and if you want to do business with a company that actually stands for something, switch to Pure Talk. I did. Sure, I appreciate being on America's most dependable 5G network with unlimited talk and text for just $20 a month. But what I really appreciate is Pure Talk's commitment to our military and to our skilled workforce. That matters to me. Save 50% off your first month when you dial pound 250 and say keyword Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, a wireless company that actually stands for something.
Sports allow us to play, learn, and grow. But there's something more important than victory. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we believe every athlete deserves to be safe. Safe from abuse and misconduct on and off the field. We equip athletes, parents, coaches, and others with the right education to recognize, prevent, and respond to harmful behavior. Join the movement to champion respect and end abuse at uscenterforsafesport.org.
Guys, Low T Center has improved the quality of hundreds of thousands of men's lives across the country. Now women can enjoy the same life-changing, medically guided hormone therapy.
Imagine how great you'll both feel. FixMyLowT.com for information and to schedule an appointment.
Join the Home and Garden Show live this Saturday at Nature Spire, Carmel's only plant boutique. Plants, moss art, and more. Register to win the Classic Pumpkin Package giveaway. 421 South Range Line.
Well, I guess it wouldn't be a Monday if I didn't have somebody calling me a Nazi. It's just one of those things, people. It's what people say when they have absolutely no capacity to engage any other conversation at all. Tony Katz, 93 WIBC. Good morning. Gary Dick joins us inside IndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X at IIB. It is what it is, Gary. And you have two choices. You can either let that stuff rule your life, or you can remind yourself that some people are just really pathetic. I go with the latter. Not pathetic. Live Golf, 50,000 plus tickets sold. Confirmation for 2026. Talk to me about what happened over the weekend and what we can expect to hear from now.
Yeah, I think, Tony, bottom line, a big event for Westfield and Central Indiana in terms of Live Golf coming into the club at Chatham Hills for a 3-day event. A lot of expectations that this was going to be one of the better attended events on the Live Tour here in the United States. And in fact, it lived up to that hype. As you mentioned, well attended. Heading in, they anticipated 50, perhaps 60,000 people to attend the 3-day event in Westfield. Don't know official numbers yet, but heading into yesterday, of course, there was rain yesterday morning that may have affected numbers, but the anticipation was it will likely be the best attended event on the tour. So that a very positive sign. As you mentioned, Liv confirming over the weekend plans that they want to return to Westfield next year. So the tour will be back at the club at Chatham Hills in 2026 as well. So overall, a big weekend for Westfield, where they've got a lot of stuff that's happening in the downtown and around. And I know Mayor Scott Willis and others wanted to use this event, use this visibility, if you will, to showcase what's happening in Westfield.
By the way, of course, I'll be in Westfield at West Fork Whiskey Saturday, August 23rd, from Hollywood to the Heartland. Myself and actor Nick Searcy, the bourbon, the barbecue, the cigars. I mean, I know you do many events around the state there, Gary Dick, but you don't bring the cigars like we do. So, you know.
Or the bourbon, unfortunately.
That's savagery.
Like a heck of a time, yeah.
Yes. So that's also happening in Westfield. This was the best attended Live Golf event?
Yeah. In the United States, they've had bigger events globally, but if it hits that 50,000 mark, I think they had 50,000 for an event in Dallas. But if they top that 50,000 mark, it would be the best attended event in the U.S. for the Live Tour. And I was out there yesterday for a bit, Tony, and certainly the crowds early on didn't seem to be quite as large as you might expect. I think a byproduct of the rain in the morning, but certainly the crowds filled in and seemed to be having a great time. The venue as well, I think, played very well for the tour. And again, as I mentioned, Mayor Scott Willis really kind of putting it out there that Westfield using sports. You and I have talked about it a lot over the years, and how sports is such an important part of the economy in Central Indiana and the state. Certainly Westfield using that with Grant Park. And the downtown development, the mayor told me actually on the show this weekend that within the next month they're going to have a new vision, a master plan of sorts for the downtown in Westfield. So that'll be some new news coming out about what's next in Westfield soon.
Talking to Gary Dick from InsideIndianaBusiness.com, on the Twitter X at IIB, personally at Gary Dick, Gerry at Gary Dick. Talk to me about the people there in Chatham Hills, right? Because this tournament took place in a neighborhood, a very upscale, exclusive neighborhood, large houses, big money. Did they appreciate having this tournament here, or is there a feel that this is kind of something that's thrust upon them, and maybe as the homeowners, I don't need all this attention, thank you?
Well, yeah, and I don't think Chatham Hills is unique in that regard, Tony, but you bring up a good point. When any club hosts a major event like that, they take over the course, obviously. And Chatham Hills, they actually, Hinkie Development put in $3 million or so in improvements, enhancements to the course. But they take over the course, the neighborhood, and everything around it. Obviously, things get disrupted, and there is a certain element of the population, no question, who don't like that, who don't care for it, and the access in and out of the neighborhood and those types of things. On the flip side, there's the visibility, the cachet, if you will, of hosting some of the world's top golfers. So I think, I'm sure there were people who didn't necessarily like the disruption, but I don't think it's uncommon as you go to clubs around the country that's probably the case.
Talking to Gary Dick from InsideIndianaBusiness.com on the Twitter X right there at IIB. That's where you find him. Let's move subjects because or we could kind of stay on this sports tourism as fueling. As you've got the story Westfield's growth, we could also say the same thing about Fishers and Noblesville. We could see this thing happening in other places where this is a driver. Have we determined that this is the only driver? Like, is this the only way one can move their city, their municipality into the next phase? It can't be done through the arts. It can't be done through manufacturing. It's only this?
No, and it's a great point. And I think it's this in a mix of the things you just mentioned. And it kind of comes under the broader umbrella of quality of life. We talk about it a lot, and economic developers, the people trying to attract and keep companies in the state, will talk about the need to have that quality of life where people want to live there and work there and play there. And I think sports brings that element to communities around the state, not just Indianapolis, the sports capital here, but you look at the major investment going on in multiple communities. The Arena Innovation Mile has just opened up in Noblesville, Mishawaka in the South Bend area with a massive new field house that they put together. You can point to a number of areas who are hopping on that bandwagon, but I think it is a kind of an all of the above approach under the umbrella of quality of life and improving that quality of life in communities around the state. But advanced manufacturing, the life sciences, orthopedics, Indiana has a lot of assets. It's just kind of getting behind kind of a common theme and having communities around the state take leadership roles in that as well.
Well, as the cities are looking for ways to grow, the nation has got tariffs happening and an economy taking place where we see that the GDP is 3%. The inflation on the consumer side is down. The inflation on the wholesale side is up. But retail sales are also up. You've got the story that retail sales were up 0.5% in July, and the June retail sales were revised up from 0.6 to 0.9. What are Hoosier businesses telling you?
They're still taking that proverbial wait-and-see attitude, I think, Tony. There was all the doom and gloom and the awful things that were going to happen in the economy when the tariff plan was announced several months ago. That obviously has not happened. And in fact, in some cases, just the opposite. You look at what the stock market is doing and has done in terms of hitting some record highs. You mentioned the GDP and some of the other numbers as well. But there are those who are out there wondering about that, when that next shoe will actually fall. Will it happen? Will that negative impact that was predicted some months ago that hasn't transpired, is it out there in the future? It's that uncertainty which businesses don't like. So, are there businesses who are maybe postponing or delaying investment, those types of things? I don't know, but I think that's a possibility right now. But certainly to this point, as you talk to Indiana businesses, there's not a lot of concern. It's just the wait-and-see attitude to see what how this is going to play out through the rest of the year.
Gary Dick, InsideIndianaBusiness.com, on Twitter X at IIB. I appreciate you being with us. Matt Bear has got traffic on the fives. What's going on, Matthew?
Northeast side crash, westbound 465 after I-69, blocking the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic. Back to East 56th Street, and then northbound 465 slows after 72 Penn Pike. South side northbound 65 stop and go after Keystone Avenue into the south split, a 4-minute delay. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear on the fives at WIBC Traffic.
Hey, it's Rob. Hope you have an awesome weekend. Jerry Lopez will be back here with me Monday. We'll see you 9 to noon, 93 WIBC.
The heat has been something else. The humidity has been awful. How is your AC unit doing? Not keeping up? Yeah, it's not keeping up. You need to talk to Masters about making sure your HVAC can keep up with whatever it is Indiana weather throws at you, because as much heat as it throws this summer, it's going to be cold this winter, and your system has to be able to adapt. It has to be able to have the ways to ensure your family is safe and comfortable all summer long and all winter long. Masters makes that happen. Let them come out, take a look at your system, give it the service that it needs to ensure that it's going to work. Masters Heating and Cooling, they've got the flexible financing options and 24/7 emergency services. So no matter what's going on, day or night, Masters has got you covered. Talk to Masters Heating and Cooling today. 317-567-9505. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-567-9505. Masters Heating and Cooling. 567-9505 or online at mastersindy.com. That's mastersindy.com.
Premier Deck Coating, the ultimate deck protection. Who are they? Well, they're a sister company of Rhino Shield, and Premier Deck Coating is the product you need if you're tired of applying the same old stain and paint every couple of years to your deck. It's Terry, Stacy, and David and I have a deck that's probably 25 years old. The countless hours and the money that we spend on maintaining that deck never ends. And then we heard about Premier Deck Coating. Family owned, based right here in Indy, and they are going to completely transform our deck with their special formulated product, which repels moisture, scratch resistant in virtually any color that we want, and backed by a 10-year guarantee. No more spending time staining or painting every year. Premier Deck Coating will keep our deck looking great for years to come. Premier Deck Coating can also do fences and pergolas too. For a free quote, call 317-696-4071 or visit premierdeckcoating.com.
The most extraordinary thing a woman can do is let herself be human. We try to do it all, sure, but what if we're just not feeling it? Like when the fatigue hits, but you gotta bring snacks to the soccer game? Or when the laundry's piling up, but that hot flash says, too bad. We get it. Franciscan Health has care for extraordinary women who can do it all, but don't have to. Visit franciscanhealth.org/OBGYN today.
An official message from Medicare.
I'm saving money on my Medicare prescriptions. Maybe you can save too. With Medicare's Extra Help program, my premium is zero and my out-of-pocket costs are low. Who should apply? Single people making less than $24,000 a year or married couples who make less than $32,000. Even if you don't think you qualify, it pays to find out.
Go to ssa.gov/extrahelp. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The Attorney General's Office, reuniting Hoosiers with over $1 million in unclaimed property every week. Visit indianaunclaimed.gov or text Tony Katz to 46220 today.
93 WIBC Mobile News. On the level, on the go.
Why Ukraine's president is at the White House today. Nothing on radar. 72 degrees in downtown Indianapolis, going up to 85 today. I'm Ryan Hedrick. Here's what's trending at 8:31.
Zelenskyy today will first meet with President Trump and Vice President Vance one-on-one before a group meeting with the NATO Secretary General, the EU Commission President, and leaders of Germany, the UK, France, Italy, and Finland, who will together discuss Russia's territorial demands.
That is Fox's Jackie Heinrich at the White House reporting on Ukraine's President Zelenskyy meeting with Trump today.
Putin has reportedly proposed to freeze the front line if Ukraine hands over control of Donetsk and Luhansk, which together make up the Donbass, which so far Russia has not been able to conquer.
There was a lot of talk about a ceasefire during a meeting between Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin on Friday in Alaska, but Secretary of State Marco Rubio today says they still face major hurdles in a potential ceasefire deal. 2 American passengers aboard a Carnival cruise drowned in separate incidents in the Bahamas over the weekend. Carnival said one victim drowned in a lagoon on Friday, the other drowned at a beach on the south side of Grand Bahama. The incidents took place in a 3-hour span. A shooting took place at a hospital in Oklahoma over the weekend.
Enid police initially were responding to a possible domestic dispute call last night at a residence. Now, they weren't able to track the suspect initially, but they were able to find that the suspect's vehicle was at Integris Enid Hospital, and they were able to find him here. And when they arrived, the suspect fired shots at the police. Now, 2 people have been pronounced dead, including the suspect and another individual. Now, this whole scene remains under investigation, and the general public has been asked to stay away from the area. However, operations are said to continue like normal in the hospital and in surrounding businesses around.
That is Sophia Cabrera of Fox Oklahoma City TV affiliate KOKH reporting from Enid this morning. British actor Terence Stamp, best known for his role as General Zod on the Superman films, has died at 87 over the course of his career, which spans some 6 decades. Span earned an Oscar nomination for his big screen debut in 1962, Billy Budd. A 3-year-old is dead after walking out of an apartment in Indianapolis and ending up in a retention pond.
IMPD says they were called to the complex on Indy's northeast side Sunday right before 7 p.m. The child's mother came home to find her apartment door open and her child gone. She said she then walked around the complex and then made her way to a retention pond with a neighbor. They found the child there unresponsive. The neighbor started applying CPR before officers stepped in. The child taken to an area hospital where they later died. The father was home at the time of the incident, and IMPD child abuse investigators are now looking into how the child was able to leave the apartment. Jarrett Lewis, 93 WIBC Mobile News.
Gas prices around Indianapolis this morning on the average for regular unleaded about $3.15 a gallon, says Gas Buddy. And sports on WIBC is brought to you by Ball State Athletics. Visit ballstatesports.com Sunday in Connecticut.
Handoff, Kelsey. No look pass in the corner. Odyssey pumps extra. Kelsey, 2 on the shot clock. Rise and fire. Got another! Kelsey Mitchell is cold!
John Nolan on the Indiana Fever Radio Network. Kelsey Mitchell scored 34 of her career high, tying 38 points in the second half as the Indiana Fever beat the Connecticut Sun 99-93 in overtime.
Made big shot after big shot, big play after big play. She didn't settle. She stayed aggressive. You know, she willed us.
Head coach Stephanie White talking about Mitchell's performance. The downside, guard Sophie Cunningham hurt her knee. She had to be helped off the floor. She'll have an MRI today. The Fever played the Minnesota Lynx at home on Friday. John Rahm clinched back-to-back Live Golf titles Sunday in Westfield.
The crowd was amazing. Not only today, all week long. They were fantastic. They showed up. They were loud. They were cheering. It was a lot of fun to be in front of them and perform.
And Rahm won several $1 million. He also closed at 2,200. Not a bad payday. I'm Ryan Hedrick on the level on the go. And at WIBC.com at 8:35. Traffic on the 5s. Here's Matt Baer.
Northeast side crash, northbound 465 at I-69. Blocks the left lane, causing stop-and-go traffic back to I-70. And looking westbound 70, stop and go after rural through the north, split out to Meridian. Northbound 65 south side slow from Raymond into the south, split delayed 3 minutes. And on the northwest side, northbound 465 stop and go traffic, 86th Street up to 865. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business receive up to 50% off, plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Baer with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time right now is 8:38.
How bad is it? Don't sugarcoat it. Give it to me straight. Want coffee? I think I need some coffee.
Time to fill up on the news. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. What is going on? Good to be here. Good to be with you. I like doing this. You've got Dow futures down 14. NASDAQ futures are down 40. Oil prices, $63.11 on the West Texas crude, $66 on the Brent crude. That's barrel prices, and that's really where it has been. But you may have noticed, producer Carl was mentioning this to me earlier, gas prices seem high. Like, ridiculous. Now, don't get me wrong. This is Indiana. Way too many taxes. It's gross. You would think that we didn't have a Republican supermajority running this place. Sorry, you can't think you're doing a great job, guys. You just can't think that. You can't say that to us and get us to buy in. Just no, that's not going to happen. Gas prices are too high. The taxes are too high. But is there something going on? I would put forth to you that there is an issue with the refineries. There's an issue with not so much any drilling, but as turning it into a final product. It's a very interesting story over at oilprice.com about liquefied natural gas. Something that the Biden administration said you can't export. And yeah, of course we can. So the exports have now reached a record level. Right? There's real demand for this. But the growth is threatened because of insufficient pipeline capacity. You can't get the gas to the liquefaction facilities. To me, there's very much a parallel here. That we're throwing so much of regulation in the way and other things in the way that we're preventing ourselves from the real opportunities for growth. That seems to be the case. And I just, certainly in liquefied natural gas, I don't know if that's the case for oil. 10-year Treasury at 4.314, so it's ticked up a little, but it is all held within that region. You also have some minutes from the Federal Reserve, I think, that are scheduled out today. And then a weird headline. Bitcoin, right, crypto, sinks to 115,000 after hitting its newest record as macro concerns spark liquidation wave. I swear to you, I don't know what that means. But if Bitcoin is at 115K, I'm not going to worry about it sinking. That number is just beyond belief. Beyond belief. Ether is back up. It hit a record of 4,800 last week. Full disclosure, I don't own enough Bitcoin to count. I do own Ethereum. I'm always very clear about these things, right? When I say I don't own enough Bitcoin to count, literally fractional amounts. Nothing of seriousness, nothing of note, nothing that could let me retire. So if Ethereum was the price of Bitcoin, I still wouldn't retire. But man, I'd smile. I'll leave it there. So we've got more on this, and we'll certainly look into why oil prices are going up. Try and get an answer for that. And August 23rd, this Saturday, tickets will sell out. I would assume that that tickets will sell out Wednesday midday. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Myself, actor Nick Searcy. We are going to be talking about From Hollywood to the Heartland, why we both now live in the Midwest, what is going on in Hollywood, his experiences in D.C., having made 2 documentaries about January 6th, and it's going to be such a great night. We've got the barbecue from Big Hoffa's Barbecue, the bourbon from West Fork Whiskey, cigars from Blend Bar Cigar, desserts from Circle City Sweets. Amazing time. It's going to be amazing. Presented by Premier Arms and PA Jewelers, presented by Boer Remodeling. So you got your jewelry set, you got your firearm set, you got your home renovations set, BoerRemodeling.com. You've got Just Add Water boats that will be there because you need a boat. I've been saying this for years because I want more friends with boats. And Defiance Beef, you can actually order a cow, have it butchered the way you want. So go right ahead. Go right ahead, DefianceBeef.com. Lots of great people. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Not too late, but we will sell out this week. It's going to happen. I mean, it's just been great, and it's been a quick, compressed timeline, and you guys have been fantastic. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. Easy to do. Simple, easy. Go get your tickets right now. Tickets.TonyKatz.com. I will see you there. Tony Katz, that's me, by the way. Good to be with you. Appreciate that you're here. 93 WIBC, good morning. your next car, your next truck, your next fleet vehicle with Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield. They're the ones to talk to, especially if you've got a business. My gosh, the deals at Andy Moore Ford when it comes to the conversion vans, when it comes to the Super Duties. They have over 175 Super Duties in stock on the lot right now. What are you waiting for? You can save thousands on medium and heavy-duty commercial trucks because at Andy Moore, you will always get more. Get it? More, M-O-H-R. That's his last name. It's a play on words, but it really are excellent people and incredible deals. An expert team, fast turnarounds. They will keep your business up and running because you need that work truck. You need that work van to make sure your business is working right. And they understand it. The selection at Andy Moore Ford in Plainfield for your commercial vehicle, it's hard to believe. It really and truly is incredible. Andy Moore Ford. Talk to them today. 2713 East Main Street in Plainfield or online at Andy Moore Ford. That's M-O-H-R. AndyMooreFord.com.
It's hot out there. The weather's hot.
And when we say hot,
But the headlines, they're even hotter.
I mean extremely hot.
The news of the day is heating up.
IMPD officers shot at least 3 times. One suspect was also shot.
Diego Morales, Secretary of State, in his bizarro international travel.
Playing out right in front of us every single day.
Stay cool.
Finally, a cool down is coming.
Stay informed.
All the information right here.
Stay with 93 WIBC.
Do you spend half your day walking or standing while working? If you have foot, knee, or low back pain, the Good Feet store wants to help you like we helped Tony.
Pain that I experience the most is foot pain from being on my feet all day. You're having to kind of talk to yourself through the whole shift, like, I got this, I can do this. Before, I felt defeated, and now it's like, all right, let's go. I'm ready. A whole new life, like sunshine coming on.
And here's Dennis.
Working at an amusement park, it's always on your feet. I just couldn't take it. I just couldn't believe that putting these arch supports in made that much of a difference that quickly. Good Feet just took that pain away and I could do my job and I could take care of my family. I know what my tomorrow's gonna be. It's gonna be positive and it's gonna be pain-free.
You deserve a better life too. Stop into the Good Feet store today. We're located in Castleton by the Fashion Mall or in Greenwood, just off the 65.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Traffic on the 5s. Matthew Bear, what's going on?
Crash northeast side, northbound 465 at I-69. Left lane block. Traffic stop and go back to I-70, a 22-minute delay. South side, northbound 65. Stop and go after South Keystone Avenue into the south. Split delayed 2 minutes. Westbound 70 in the north split is a stall slowing us down to rural. And on the northwest side, northbound 465 slow 79th up to 865. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust a local, trust employee-owned, trust your home to bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
We have got ourselves 72 degrees in the American Standard Cooling Weather Center. The time is 8:45.
People think slavery ended long ago, but what if I told you it's worse than ever? Human trafficking is an epidemic, stealing lives in plain sight. Into the darkness, God raised up Project Rescue, bringing light, healing, and hope. Every year, Life Church partners with the Lucas family to host the Hope Starts Here breakfast for business partners with the gift of giving who want to make a difference. Join us Thursday, September 18th at Lucas Estates and see what happens when Hoosiers stand united against evil. Learn more at lifechurchin.com.
The year was 1954. The war was over and good times were raging. Ike had set us on a course for peace and prosperity, and everything couldn't be more grand. Would the 1950s be too late for that voice?
No. There's always that guy. The I can't pronounce it.
What are you even talking about?
The aristocratic voice.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's the aristocratic voice. Right? I think that's
like a Churchill voice.
It's like that. It's old-timey announcer voice, right?
That too.
Mother was in the kitchen making a beef stew while father read the paper and smoked his pipe. It was a peaceful time after so much bloodshed. Right? It's one of those. I don't have a script, people. That's what would be happening. Tony Katz at 93 WIBC. Good morning. I forgot what we were doing. It's time to play America's favorite game. What the heck is that TV theme song? Here is how we play our game. Producer Carl picks a television theme song from yesteryear. I have to guess what it is. Now, not having been born in 1938, it might be a little difficult, but this, I don't need any of your help, Matt Bear. This is the theme to the Little Rascals. You couldn't make the Little Rascals today. What with the child labor laws and the bigotry. So. But Alfalfa is nothing more than, Urkel of today, or Screech from Saved by the Bell, rest his soul. He's dead, right? Yeah, it's a true story. That's a true story. So that's all. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. The Little Rascals. An era TV is never going back to. Never, ever, ever, ever. I guarantee you, ever. The hate emails are like, I shouldn't even say they're hate. They're just like these lame attempts. They're in full force today. I don't know what I did. I don't know what's going on, but man, it is something. Mute your dang mic. All I hear is your mouse clicking and your diabetes-induced heavy breathing. Bravo. Oh, that's special right there. On Tony Katz today at noon, the president meeting with Vladimir Zelenskyy, meeting with European leaders. What do I think is coming? I don't have an answer, but what's getting interesting is how this has become Russia versus Europe. This is a different. What if I were to say to you, I don't think this is any more about a peace deal with Ukraine. This is about the whole of Europe. Now, the Europeans are right to be concerned, and I am glad that they are. If Ukraine falls, if you think Russia's going to stop, you are nuts. And if Ukraine thinks they're going to be allowed NATO membership, you are nuts. Ukraine has to remain so the détente can remain. It is beyond in Europe's interest to make that happen. So what are we actually negotiating here? We're negotiating an end to a fighting with Ukraine? No, we're negotiating a peace that doesn't have Russia trying to invade Europe, whether it be from this area through Ukraine or the Baltics or anywhere else. That's what we're seeing. Since that seems to be, as always, the case, the argument of the land becomes much more interesting. There is no way, none, that a peace deal comes without land being given up. None. President Trump saying that Zelenskyy can end the war with Russia almost immediately if he wants to, or he can continue to fight. Steve Witkoff, the envoy, telling Fox News it is for the Ukrainians to decide how they might land swap. That's why Zelenskyy and the Europeans are coming to the White House on Monday to make those decisions themselves. No. I think we're all on it now. That is not the case. What's happening here is the full court press to, hey, Volodymyr, you're giving it up for our safety. It sucks that geography doesn't work in your benefit, but that's the way it is. It also sucked for Poland. Now it's your turn. You're giving up Donetsk. You're giving up the other areas, right? Luhansk. You're giving up Zaporizhia, and you're giving up Kherson, or at least some part of it. That's happening. Until the United States feels like shooting Russians dead and pushing them back well through Georgia and claiming all the land for themselves, never mind Ukraine, that's the way it is. Because while we will help you hold the line against Russian aggression, we're just not going to fight this thing. We need you there as the buffer, and we're going to keep it. That's my take. I think this is... Zelenskyy has to know that, right? Zelenskyy has to know that he's going to be told, you're giving up land. It's going to happen. I think that's what this is all about. It's like when you break up with a girl in a public place so she doesn't yell. Tell me, Producer Carl, is that at least an accurate assessment?
Yeah.
I think, well, when you say it that convincingly, Carl, I think that's what we're seeing here. But that's going to happen. I don't know what time any public pronouncements are happening. Let me see if there's anything on the list. Okay, so that takes place. So the meeting with European leaders is scheduled for 3. The meeting with Zelenskyy at the White House is 1:15. I will have that. I will cover that as well as I can to the best of my ability for you. So yeah, tune in. Tune in to Tony Katz today at noon. And for, I don't know, I'm getting called a Nazi today, and I breathe too heavy. Guys, don't worry. Either I'll never be back on the air, or I will be here to haunt your dreams for forever. Right? In any case, to my trolls, you're weird people, man. Whatever makes you happy, though. Matt Bear's got traffic. What's up, Matthew?
Yeah, Tony, northeast side crash, northbound 465 at I-65. Left lane is blocked, and traffic is slow. Back to I-70 delay. Time has ballooned to 26 minutes. Inbound 60th, stop and go after 116th Street down to 96. Westbound 70 in the north split, that is a stall, and it's on the off-ramp to northbound 65. The ramp is open. Traffic sponsored by B Window. Right now, employee-owned. B Window means business. Receive up to 50% off plus a free patio door. Trust local, trust employee-owned. Trust your home to bwindow.com. That's bwindow.com. I'm Matt Bear with traffic on the 5s. Follow us at WIBC Traffic.
Pat Sullivan here for Gutter Helmet. Are you still putting screens on your gutters? You know, if the holes are too big, debris gets in